Alright, the meeting is over, so we are ready to go ahead. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you. We definitely got you here, Slide Job. How you doing tonight, man?
Awesome. I am doing great. How about yourself?
Well, I am doing great as we are about to get ready for this race tonight. It's round 4 for the Fast Family League Showdown. It is going to be a great race if it's anything like the other night. Always having some fun with this Showdown series just now getting underway. As always,
Absolutely.
We have Mr. Slide Job and Ford Tough. These two guys have been painstakingly getting through these months and getting this show on the air. So would you guys like to introduce yourselves tonight?
Yes, sir. So Ford Tough will be handling the other race tonight. So if you're watching both of them from home, we thank you. But thank you guys for watching this one. We had a really exciting night last night. We had our first doubleheader, and we have another one tonight, so lots of exciting stuff going on. But last night, I'll do a little recap. We started off with eSpark versus GSL, and it was definitely a David and Goliath grudge match. GSL fought super hard, but at the end of the day, it was eSpark that came home with the victory. The score was 411 to 233, moving eSpark in the lead for that next round bye. So they are in the lead for the moment, but we got so many more matches left, so who knows who's going to take it. I'll just shout out the top scores. Mr. Trackbar, I said it on Friday, it was going to be hard to beat a more smoke for his 59 points, but Mr. Trackbar got it done, the Pro League driver, with 60 points, sweeping all 3 stages. Top driver for GSL, Alex Daigle, coming home in 30, leading the charge for his boys. And then moving on to the second match of the night. This was a highly contested one. so highly contested that after the first stage, there was some drivers having issues, and it ended up with one driver being disqualified, and then ended up getting the whole team disqualified for not following officials' instructions. So just a quick note to all the other matches coming up. Definitely follow your officials' instructions. You do not want to be disqualified for one driver. But in the end, NAOR takes the win with 408 over Checkered Racing's 219. Top score, Stout Whiskey getting the 60 points. Clemson Fan leading his charge with 35. So a great pair of races, and we got a great pair of races tonight. So I'm super excited. Let's get this thing rolling.
Oh yeah, super excited for tonight, and joining me in the booth is GRM Joker, and I am Rick James. How you guys doing tonight? Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I'm doing pretty good, bud. My name is GRM Joker 93. It'll be my first time commentating in the booth.
Nice.
So this will be the interesting night. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, very happy to have you. And how about you, Rick James?
Well, as the gamertag might tell you, ATL, I'm Rick James, 36. Always a pleasure to be alongside the great Atlanta Racing, and a pleasure to be along GRM Joker. Really, really excited about another night at Kansas. I don't know about you guys, but for me, this is going to be my third night in a row at Kansas. The first night, that opening night, Atlanta, you and I were there with Repeat, and we witnessed a domination by NNR Racing. Last night, Repeat and I were there to see eSpark move into the second round. And now, tonight, we have two fiery teams that after last night and after the first night, they need to prove they have the skill and the speed to make it into the road course round 2.
Definitely. Well, it's going to be an interesting night for sure, and I am Atlanta Racing. You know me, broadcasting always for AKA League among various leagues, and you know I love to do it. So greatly appreciate Mr. Slide Job and Fort Tough allowing me to do this stream here tonight. And before we get going, we have a little Fast Family intro video and then a showing of the national anthem. So join us for this and just sit back and relax. All right, well, we are back. Hope you enjoyed that intro video and a little bit of that national anthem right there. How you guys feeling about tonight's race? Y'all ready? Well,
I'm excited to get this underway, Atlanta. I'm seeing the lineup right now with Checkered Chasers on the left taking on Wolfpack. Just with race 4 looming, race 5 running alongside. All 4 leagues tonight really need to plant their flag in the ground, just like last night in race 1 with NNR. Really, it's going to be anybody's race so far, given that the opening stage to each of our Kansas races has been so unpredictable. Stage 2 will give a feel of how the drivers have reacted to their cars, and stage 3 is going to be an all shootout for that win.
It definitely is. Well, we're going to go down the racer brackets right quick. For the Checkered Chasers Cup League, we have the 4 of BHD Money 97, the 00 of Bad Boy 007, the 6 of Worm Rider, the 8 of Twits Done It, the 10 of Slayer 9954, the 11 of Tweetert, the 14 is actually going to have a replacement tonight. I'll get to that in just a second. The 41 of MT and Hippie. The 42 is actually going to have a replacement tonight as well. And the 95 of Lotif 2. The 2 replacements are going to be for Odd Steve. 330 is replaced by Chrome Prince and Mike DeMotor Bike. Replaced by Gabe JB. Both of those going to be in the Checker Chasers Cup League. Here tonight, their one substitute will be the 37 of W. Barker 28. You guys want to go ahead and do the Wolfpack Racing League for me?
For the Wolfpack Racing League Atlanta in the number 20, we have WPRL fan 19 who's going to be leading us off. He's going to be the owner highlighted in red. Top Wage in the 1, X-Cade in the 3, Soggy Ravioli in the number 12, Rowdy Raptor in the 18 behind them. Appropriately in the number 19 is going to be Truex 1978 in the 21, Little Wing. 24 is going to be CG Smith 24. The 43 is going to be way too fast for you. Rounding out the starting lineup is going to be Eat My Meats in the 88.
All right, well, it looks like the substitutes for those guys are going to be Siphonion Marley, the 22 of Tinted Views, and the 34 of Daddy Go. And I forgot to say that the 4 of BHD Money is the owner of the Checkered Chasers Cup League right there in the number 4 car. Let me see something real quick. Okay, that's fixed right there. All right, well, have you guys headed into qualifying yet, Mr. Slide Job?
Not just yet. We're waiting on one driver, but I am going to send you guys some invites. I will give you a wonderful heads up on when to join.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
Yeah, it looks like somebody...
Oh, you get it? Here we go. We got everybody. All right, we're going to get rolling here.
Is it my mic?
I'll let you know.
It might be. I think you've got a little feedback going on.
Okay, commentators may join.
I've stayed muted this whole time here. Let me reboot it.
All right, well, we are about to head into qualifying here for this race. It's going to be at Kansas Speedway tonight. 11 laps, but this is going to be a single car qualifying as we load in here. Appreciate everybody following and subscribing in the past few days. It has been really cool to see all of that happen. I don't hear it as much at all. Oh, it looks like it's actually going to be from Rick James. That's what they're saying in the chat.
Is it from myself? Let me take a look here.
I don't really hear it too much on my end. I'm not too sure what it is.
Yeah, you seem clear to me there, Rick James.
Okay, they're saying it's all good now. I really appreciate you guys when y'all do that, because y'all are number one for doing that when y'all help me with the audio, because I know it's weird once every stream or maybe twice.
Atlanta, how am I now? Are we ready to go?
Yep, sounds like you're fixed, ready to go, as qualifying is about to be underway here at Kansas Speedway. And like I said, this is going to be one single car qualifying, so they're going to come over here and possibly do a little lap first and then get ready to go. Stack on up. Jay Haskell, you the man. Well, hopefully if I get to 300 followers tonight, I'm going to do another diecast giveaway on my Twitter like I did a couple of, well, I guess it was about a couple days ago I gave it away. But they got it so many diecasts I've noticed at the stores near me the past couple of days that I'm going to go grab a couple of those and give them away to somebody, and that'd be really cool. So,
ATL, do you have any ideas what diecast is going to be?
Well, I'm actually, if I do hit 300, I'm going to do a poll on my Twitter, because I know that a lot of people have certain ones that are maybe harder to find, and I was successful in finding Slide Job, the one he needed, so I figured if I asked around and got the top 2 that people wanted, then I'll go grab those top 2 and go search for them and then give those away with some cards as well that I have for them.
Personally, my vote, the 43 Cash App Bubba Wallace card. That would be a fantastic diecast to have. You could see it from space. Lovely green color to have on my shelf.
They have had a lot of really, really cool Bubba Wallace cars, actually, the past couple of times I've gone, but I'm waiting until I get another place. I'm moving in a couple of weeks, so I'm waiting till I go there to expand my diecast collection, because right now I have just a lot of things sitting in boxes, unfortunately. So we'll get there.
That's something that I do not see around in the stores around where I live at, this diecast anymore.
Well, luckily I live in a city, so I usually have luck if I don't find it at one Target, I go a couple miles down the road, there's another Target, but the Walmart seem to be the places to go here, because I waited outside my local Walmart for 30 minutes just to check if they had the Alex Bowman card that Mr. Slide Job needed. I think I may have said this the other night, but I waited 30 minutes and they had it, so I was happy I waited.
Wow.
I had to wait because of all the COVID stuff, so unfortunately.
Yes, Rick James, I do need an invite. I did boot me out of the race.
Well,
I was asking you for an invite, pal.
Okay, here, I'll get you guys invites. Sorry about that. I'll send you all invites. Ignore it if you don't need it. Well, WPRL fan making his way around the track right now as we see the rest of the guys that will be on the track as we head into this Kansas Speedway race, just sitting on the side waiting for their turn to qualify.
Me personally, I'm kind of hoping that it's not going to be a David and Goliath battle. Like it's going to be an equal, really battling race here, instead of a couple blowouts that we've had in the first couple rounds.
I agree. Definitely want to see some. Nobody wants to go to a football game and see the score 47-7. I mean, nobody wants that. They want to see it right there next to each other. They want to be one field goal away from winning. Basketball, you want it to be one basket away from winning. I mean, that's how NASCAR is. You want it to be inches away from those two winners, especially with very competitive league racing going on here for the Fast Family League Showdown Series. We greatly appreciate everybody tuning in and everybody subscribing. Remember, it's I am Rick James 36 in the booth with me here tonight, as well as GRN Joker. Make sure to give those guys a follow on Twitter and Twitch as well, and catch their streams for later races in this series.
It seems like I'm having a difficulty watching the live race. I can get into the lobby, but it's just being a little aggravating.
Well, last night GRM, sorry ATL, last night GRM, I will tell you that it did take 3 attempts to get the race going here. Hopefully it doesn't take at least 3 tries to get it going. So far, the drivers seem to be doing okay turning laps around the track.
Well, currently we are watching Twisted Unit 42 and that 8 car make his way around the track for qualifying. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far, as we are about 10 minutes away from going under green flag here at Kansas Speedway. We greatly appreciate everybody watching this Fast Family League Showdown series, and a lot of you guys I know are competing in it as well, so we greatly appreciate you guys competing and giving your time for this series.
8 car loose out of the 4th corner. You see there Atlanta. I don't know if he finished his run or if he just lost control coming off the line there. One thing you mentioned, a lot of the drivers tuning in. It's one of the great things that this tournament brings that a lot of us didn't think about is the strength of the NASCAR Heat community that's come not only to participate and compete against the best, but also to cheer on friends in other leagues. And a lot of these drivers competing in this showdown could have declared for more than one league if the rules allowed. A lot of these guys do share roles between leagues, so it is quite a large community that's come up to show as much support as possible. It really is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, go ahead there, Joke.
I would just say, yeah, it's pretty amazing to see. I've never seen anything like it across any other kind of NASCAR game. The biggest one I played was NASCAR 09, and like I said, we never had anything at this magnitude ever spring up and do something like this. This is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I don't think anybody in any community really has seen so many people come together for, just community involvement, having friendships and building, on this NASCAR Heat 5 game. So this is something to see as we see the 95 car ending his qualifying right there. And while I am thinking about it, I'm sorry to cut you off right there. I'm going to go through the bios real quick of these two teams racing tonight. We've got the Wolfpack Racing League, and this team is going to be about a year old, currently with 25 drivers doing the Truck, Xfinity, and Cup Series. The Wolf League was founded by WPRL Fan 19 and Rowdy Raptor, starting with only 16 drivers, and they grew pretty fast. They're looking to upgrade to setups possibly next season. Currently, they are on presets. They enjoy a lot of competition, and they have gotten their name out there on the Xbox side. That is certain. They don't, hold anybody hostage. They love for anybody to come in or leave at any time. They looking for anybody really to run with them, any age group. So if you guys would like to join that, give them a little bit of a follow. They are on twitch.tv/Wolfpack Racing. So that is going to be the Wolfpack Racing League right there. And for the Checkered Chasers Cup League, CCCL, we might refer to them sometimes tonight. The owner-founder is going to be BHD Money 97 and Tan Dozer. They were founded back when the quarantine started in 2020, like a lot of these leagues have been, and they have 10 to 14 drivers currently. They are looking to get it growing a lot, so if you want to contact them, get in contact with them. But they do 10 race regular seasons. They've got 4-week playoff formats. Usually do about 50% races, but they always like to have, a good race and a good season. And if there's anything you guys think they could do better, just let them know. And they're just a league getting their name out there and getting built. And that is very cool to see as this NASCAR Heat 5 is growing throughout the years. Well, let's go see real quick who is on the track. What'd you think about I Am Rick James, your third night here at Kansas? You learned anything these past couple of nights?
High side rules all, ATL. High side, high side, high side. A couple of these drivers are going to look to really ride along the wall. One thing we saw last night that really surprised me was a lot more drivers attempted making passes right along that right side. The left side line, putting almost 2 tires under the apron. So I'm incredibly interested to see how these drivers are going to adapt the low side, being that it's incredibly difficult to pass up near the wall. Many of these drivers are going to try and keep all 4 tires just above those white hash marks.
Well, Joker, you are an experienced driver. What do you think about this track here at Kansas?
Well, like Rick said, that definitely pretty much a one-lane rules all on the high side there. The only thing I could say is the driver really need to maintain that right rear tire. That is a melter here at Kansas. The benefits of running the low line, maybe the middle line, is it saves that right rear tire a little bit better than running on that high side. So that's what I'll be looking forward to tonight, is seeing who can manage their tires better and kind of keep up with speed but not fall off so much. We're not running that high line.
Definitely. Well, you stated it's your first time broadcasting, so we greatly appreciate you giving us the opportunity to be your first guys to broadcast with, especially in a super fun series. And I know you're going to bring a lot of great input and knowledge into today's race here at Kansas. As we are looking around the track once more, let's see who is currently qualifying. Man, don't you just wish you had a die cast of every car sitting right there? I do.
It'd be
I
unbelievable.
Surely do.
Just you look around your room and you look at all this empty shelf space and you think these walls need more cast metal.
Yeah, no doubt.
Liquid chrome, platinum versions, a throwback to when Racing Champions made the 24-karat gold and platinum plated versions of race cars. I still have a couple of those. Just shades back to my childhood when you would just collect tubs full of 164 die-cast cars and run them around the carpets on your track. Just it grows with you, and it grows with the sport as well.
We got 30 seconds left, and we will be in the race shortly. So excitement
All
coming.
right. Sounds good. And that is the voice of Mr. Slidejob. You will hear him throughout the race. He is going to be watching over today's race and making sure everything is run smoothly. So we greatly appreciate everything him and Ford Tough have done. They're, I've said it again, tireless amounts of work. So thank you guys for putting this show on. And like he said, we are going to be underway shortly. And thanks to Drew Colts 34 for giving me a follow. Like I said, if we get about 35 more, we will be in that die-cast area as we see these guys headed around the track and get ready for this race 4 here at Kansas Speedway.
Shout out to the other guys who are commentating for the Carolina Racing League and the Quarantine Racing League, race 5 of this event. I'm sure they're going to have just as much fun commentating as we are now. I don't know that they're at Kansas. I believe they're at Chicagoland for their event.
Yeah, I believe you are right. So, best luck for those guys. I know Rally Trucks over there as well, so I know they'll have fun over there. Kind of splitting it up tonight with these two races, so we greatly appreciate you tuning into this one as we will be headed into Kansas here shortly. Let's go see and look. It looks like Chrome Prince in the 48 is going to take pole position. Way Too Fast for You is going to be in second. Slayer in third. Mr. Slidejob is not. He's not going to be in fourth. So those are your top 3 drivers. Let me go back real quick and get ready for this race to get underway. Mr. Slidejob, just send us all an invite real quick and we will get in there when you're ready.
Guys, just keep note that I might need a couple of invites, just in case was not able to watch that qualifying run. So just look out for that.
Absolutely, no worries.
All right, invites will be going out here in a second. I will let you know when to join. Okay, do you 3 have an invite?
I've got one.
That is correct.
Yep.
Okay, Atlanta, you got one as well? Perfect.
Yes, I do.
All right, we got the pace car in the lobby. I'm going to leave and we'll get this thing started.
Slidejob, you guys are loading in, correct?
Not yet.
Okay, just let me know.
Oh,
Good
Rick,
luck
I think you're the
from
party
all
host,
drivers.
so you're gonna have to leave first.
To
Absolutely.
all drivers, I'm sorry
Give me
for
a quick invite here.
Bruce. How you doing tonight, Bruce? Good to see you in here. Greatly appreciate Jay Haskell being in here as well, always being my moderator for this Fast Family League Showdown. He does a great job, so thank you so much, Jay Haskell. Herbert the kitty cat watching the stream.
All right, you guys are clear to join.
Yes, sir. That's the truth right there. Barker, 2866. Greatly appreciate that follow. As we are loading in here live today at Kansas Speedway, I am Rick James in the booth, GRM Joker in the booth. You guys are in for a show here tonight with the Wolfpack Racing League taking on the CCCL. Just too much for me to say all night. Woo NASCAR, says Bruce, and we are about to get underway here. You ready for this race, Rick James? I know you're excited. You always excited.
I'm absolutely ready. I'm trying to maintain all the energy right now and save it for these first few laps. Aggression has been a theme of these races. Drivers starting to get out of control. Drivers really not paying attention to who's around them. But you can understand it's the greatest tournament in racing, the Fast Family League Showdown. This is only going to be race 4 of countless with these 40-plus leagues participating. So Atlanta, I would keep my eye on just how close the racing is in the first few circuits.
Nice, Barker. Well, good luck here tonight as we are about to go green here at Kansas. Cars are going to take a lap around the track, so we've got that caution up for you, and then we will be underway. So we're going to try to have that pace car in here again tonight like we were talking about the other night, but unfortunately he lagged out during the beginning of the race. And as you know, if you're a NASCAR Heat 5 player, if that league or party has gotten going in that race and you lag out at the beginning, unless you've got a couple of guys with you.
18
Oh, well,
a little bit.
I guess we are going green. I thought they were doing a lap around the track. We're already green, guys. Boogity boogity.
Already
like
through the third corner. 18 did get into the wall, Joker. That was a good call out. 48 leading them out of the first corner already. 11 to the inside, 10 to the outside. Leading the first lap, we're going to have the 48 Ally Camaro followed by the 10 Smithfield Mustang.
Chrome Prince on the top track right now in the 48. Sorry about that earlier. Thought the race was going to have a cautionary lap before, but that was not the case, as 48 is leading this single file line. A little bit slicey and dicey back in the back, but we are going into turn 1 now. Let's go take a look at some of the other drivers. Way Too Fast for You currently sitting in 4th now as the Ford car gets to his outside. He's going to do a little block on the 11 and maintain that position.
Yeah, Atlanta, Rick, that 18 has got some serious damage. I'm surprised he has not at least tried to make it down to pit road to get that car repaired. It was like he hit that outside wall really hard.
Yeah, let's go take a look real quick. The 18 of Rowdy Raptor, unfortunately suffering some front damage at the beginning of this race here in stage 1, so that is going to be a very big determining factor for him tonight. And let me ask you something here. Are we doing any kind of color coding on the cars here, as far as to know who is with who?
I can tell you the 48 looks like it's one of those late substitutions here. The 10 who's sitting in second place, Slayer, he's racing for Checkered Chasers Cup Racing League. You saw the 4 car of BHD Money also made its way into 3rd as well. Checkered Chasers so far occupying 2nd and 3rd. ATL, do we have any word on the 48 car?
48 car, let me get a little word on that real quick. That's going to be Chrome Prince 909. So let me take a look real quick. I actually am going to have to pull that up. Let me I thought, last time we didn't have
Oh, the 48 did get into the wall there.
yeah, the 48 is
hit the wall twice.
he is going to be a substitution.
Oh, 4 in the wall.
Yeah. He is going to be the substitution right there, the 48 of Chrome Prince for Odd Steve. So let me go ahead and write that down. 48 Chrome Prince, since it's not listed. Man, I don't know what the audio is doing here
Checkered
tonight.
Chasers is the substitution.
Gotcha. Yeah, I got it. All right. Hopefully the audio will be fixed. I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Checkered Chasers is the substitution.
So that makes the 10 in the lead of Slayer, the 48 for Checkered Chaser as well, Chrome Prince. And in third place, you have the 43 of Way Too Fast. So far, the leading Camaro and Mustang for Checkered Chasers, Wolfpack right behind in third.
Oh, and it looks like we might have a wreck on the backstretch. Let's go take a look at that real quick and see. Yep, right there. Truex 1978 going to be involved in that altercation.
They were trying to get out of the way of the 4 cars. The 4 was behind the 48 when they were leading. 48 hit the wall, bottled up the 4. He got damaged, and he went to the back there, and I think he was just trying to get down to the bottom of the backstretch to get down for pit road, and he just collected 2 cars in the process.
Man, oh man. Well, first caution of the night here today, or tonight here today. That makes no sense. Tonight here at Kansas, I get so confused because the races will look like it's in the day, but it's at night. But it's night, so I have no excuse. So we are currently under caution as we see a couple of cars have got some minor damage to severe damage as we look on the front of the 4 BHD Money. Just a little bit front end damage right there, as we will be headed green here shortly.
Early laps it didn't take for this first caution to come out ATL. You saw the racing was fast and close, and you see a lot of these drivers weaving left and right trying to avoid each other. So far it looks like Checkered Chasers was out to an early lead, but Wolfpack not going away in these early laps. The 43 of Way Too Fast for You currently holding third place just before the yellow comes out. So far hard to tell who's the breakaway team, but after these cars come down pit road and make some adjustments, we could see some of those drivers in the back make their way through the front.
Well, it looks like a single car right there is going to be the pace car. Evil Within is going to be the pace car, as pretty much everybody is down in pits, and it's going to be a race out of pits here shortly. Let's take a look. And there they go. Race out of pits.
I almost want to think one car took 2 tires.
Yeah, that was really quick. It looks like the one car, though, is going to win the pack out. Let's go take a look real quick at that one car. It looks like that is going to be the one of Top Wage. So congratulations to him on getting out of pit lane. But did he do anything that might cost him later in stage 1? We will find out here shortly. First caution. Hopefully, they say cautions breed cautions, but it hasn't been that way here as far as I have watched in the Fast Family Racing Showdown series. So hopefully we will not have another caution until a little bit later in the race.
I believe we have 32 to go, 31 at the line.
Okay.
Race 2 ATL showed us that even though the drivers get jittery and they get nervous in the early stage, after the drivers spread out with some wear on the tires, the nerves start to go away and the drivers really do start to get on top of the wheel and put in some fast laps.
Well, I don't know if I've ever... I'm sorry, go ahead there, Joker.
I'd really keep my eyes on that one car. If he did take 2 right side tires, I wouldn't be surprised if he don't, whatever lane he's in, he's going to stack that lane up. Maybe coming out of turn 2 or going into turn 3.
Well, in just a moment, we will see Evil Within, the pace car, head on down, and we will be under a green flag once again. But I was about to say there's nothing cooler than looking back from this pace car, as you usually don't have this kind of view in NASCAR heat, and those guys just trailing just behind. That is, I don't know, that's something else right there. That's very, very cool. I was looking forward to the pace car the other night, but I didn't see it, and now I'm seeing it, so cool.
As they're rounding out of the fourth corner, Atlanta, the pace car should dip off here, and the green flag should be thrown in the air, ready to go once again. ATL coming to green. We've got a new leader into the number 1 Monster Camaro. That's going to be Top Wage leading us to green.
Yep, we are green flag here for stage 1. Only about 30 laps to go. Who will come out on top? Seen a lot of driving here so far at Kansas Speedway. Chrome Prince took an early lead, but he is now back into about 5th place, racing the 41 currently. 3 cars ahead of him on the back straightaway. We've got him lined up, just about doubled up, behind about 7th place right there.
GRM, as they're coming out of the fourth corner, you see the 43 take the lead. That's way too fast, getting the first lead of the night for Wolfpack Racing. GRM, that 43 starting to pull away through 1 and 2.
Yeah, one car definitely taking 2 tires was a bad idea. He's fell back to, it looks like maybe 7th there. The 43 car definitely looks really strong going into turn 3 here.
Well, Chrome Prince making his way up into second. 43-48 going to be your top 2 drivers. With the 11 car, it looks like. Let's get an overhead view right now. Sorry, the 10 car going to be trailing just right there in third.
95's in
27
the
to
wall, coming through the first corner with 27 laps to go in this one. Chrome Prince in the 48, now caught up to the 43 of way too fast. That's 1 Wolfpack Camaro leading the Camaro for Checkered Chasing, and the 10 in the third. And contact coming out of the fourth corner. 21's down on the apron after making contact with the 00. Cars losing control all over the place, ATL.
Oh man, let's take a look real quick. The 48 and the 43 were side by side as that was occurring. I'm going to take a look back real quick and see if I can't get an eye on who was involved in that. It looks like possibly the one of Top Wage, your pit road winner, just a couple of laps ago. It looks like he might have been involved, as well as Evil Within. Taddy Prawn, great to see you there tonight, bud, as well as Bobcat. Not too sure if I will be commentating the Las Vegas race, but if I'm available, I definitely will. And it looks like we are going to stay green here at Kansas Speedway. Not enough to cause a caution. Let's take a look real quick at your top drivers. Yep, 1 car incident, as you hear right there from Mr. Slide Job, the 43 of way too fast for you. Currently sitting in first place with the 48 trailing just behind. So far, so good racing here, boys, tonight at Kansas Speedway. How y'all feeling about it?
I'm feeling fantastic. That 48 of Chrome Prince sucking right up to the 43. One thing we've seen in the previous races at Atlanta is a masterclass put on by 2 to 5 drivers every race. So far in the first stage, way too fast, breaking out in the 43. Chrome Prince in the 48 for Checkered Chasers, sticking right to his tail. Another Checkered Chasers car, that number 10 of Slayer, in that Smithfield Mustang, and then the 41 Haas Mustang just behind that 10. That's Mountain Hippie 23. These 4 so far have broken away and put in the fastest laps of the first stage.
Well, you know, that's funny. That's exactly the kind of racing we saw when we did that first race, the round 1 race 1. We saw those top 4 drivers for NNR really getting up there and just making their way around the track by themselves. So we did see the 43 get into the wall just a little bit. Thought that was going to allow the 48 to get on by, but no, sir, that is not the case.
GRM, I'm riding along with Mountain Hippie in the Haas Mustang so far. He's braving that inside line. You see him put 2 tires under that inside hash mark, trying to get a good run. He's going to make it stick on the low side here. How do you fancy these drivers using the low side so early?
Me personally as a driver, I like using that low side at the very beginning, just to make those guys get on the outside line to stay in front of me and make them use up their tires, because running that bottom lane, it just don't eat up that right rear as much as running the high side is. So you kind of want the driver either beat him with a faster car, just let him use his stuff up, you know, faster than you use yours, so you can go back to that high side and make that pass later on in the race.
Well, just so you guys know, the 43 is with Wolfpack Racing, and the 48 is going to be with Checkered Chasers Cup League. So we do have a big battle right now for the top 2 positions, as these guys are both in different leagues, as they are coming up on some lap traffic here.
Tweedert in the 11 coming up. He's going to make this from a 4-car to a 6-car fight for first. And in the 20 to Walt Camry, that's Wolfpack Racing League fan 19. He's coming up to bring it on for Wolfpack Racing. At the front, new leader car 48 retakes the lead for the Checkered Chasers Cup League. So that's Chrome Prince now putting Checkered Chasers back up front. And now he's put up a bit of a gap on the 43, Atlanta.
Well, 48 pulling away, but you know that 43 has got a fast car, and all of those guys really have a fast car as they are getting more up into a single file line. And, okay, Kansas is one of those tracks where I say that, and as soon as they go on this back straightaway, they'll line back up, as you see right here. But 48 right here going to get the draft, or get the back. 43, I'm sorry, going to get that draft off the 48 as we head into turn 3. And I'm sure this is going to be one crazy race if we are already seeing 2 leagues at the top like this so early on.
GRM, I've noticed the 24 is now coming down pit road, so green flag pit stops are commencing. The cars are starting to spread out, which indicates that the drivers are starting to be more careful as the tires wear. We mentioned that this pit road is a bit difficult to get on, and we saw some drivers spill their way down pit road. Joker, if you're the driver and you have to have that inner conversation with your crew chief, what do you tell yourself to have a smooth entry into pit road? 6 cars gone around in 1.
Oh wow! You just gotta make sure you get down to that speed, man. That's the number 1 key. You don't want to lose too much time. You know, just coasting in there. You just want to get to that line as fast as possible. But then again, don't get that black flag, 'cause that will hurt you.
Yellow flags now come out over the track. You saw the 24 of C.G. Smith 2-4 come down pit road just before that happened. The 6 car for Checkered Chasers Cup League twisted, spinning around in turn 1 as we cross the line. Less than 20 laps to go. So you can bet, Atlanta, that a lot of these guys are going to come down pit road for what may very well be the final time in stage 1.
Yep, we will find out here in just a moment. And we are seeing some some stuff in the Discord right now, so we're going to take a look at a couple of the drivers. Just make sure everything's good to go as we round out the things here in stage 1. Let's take a look real quick. A lot of these guys deciding if they're going to head down to pits or not. A lot of fake outs right there. We saw Mountain Hippie being one of those. He's going to stay out. Let's go take a look and see.
Yeah, that almost caused a big old bottle up and getting some damage on them race cars by doing them fake outs right there. So we've got the 43 and the 10, the 11, 8, 21, and 3, 4. A lot of the cars stayed out. I think 48 was the only one that came down pit road.
24 will be the free pass car. Sorry, don't mean to cut you guys off.
You're good.
There you go. You see the 24 of C.G. Smith coming around. He's going to be the lucky dog, and he's going to get his lap back. Soggy Ravioli in the 12 Jack Lynx Mustang. He remains on pit road for service right now. The 12 car currently lining up for Wolfpack Racing League, so he'll be starting tail end of this field. Still single file, so it looks like we might get one more lap of caution before we come to green.
You know, guys, I'd really be surprised that nobody didn't come down and get 4 tires. I mean, you got 20 laps to go. I believe that's right there at the fuel run. I would really keep my eye on the 48 to 24, just make their way through the field with new tires, but it looks like the whole field's coming down the pit road.
Yep. Evil within our pace car here tonight as we are seeing every driver almost, not every driver though. We've got 2, it looks like, staying out as they are going to catch up. Those are, I believe, the drivers that might have gotten that lucky dog. Let's see real quick. That is going to be the 1 car, I believe. And it looks like that might be the 19 back there as well.
Yeah, the 1 car is definitely learning a hard lesson on what not to do as pit strategy by taking 2 right side tires.
Well, it's
he fell off pretty bad.
Yeah, well, it's a race off pit road with the 43 leading the things leading the things, and other cars. Way Too Fast for You. We've seen a lot from him here today in stage 1 as he is going to take it around the track and catch up with that pace car. Greatly appreciate, by the way, Evil Within giving his time here tonight. He is basically just sitting on the side waiting to be the pace car all race. So we really appreciate, from every aspect of this whole community, people are coming together, even just to do simple things like this. So greatly appreciate that here tonight, Evil Within.
See the one car of Top Wage now coming down pit road. So what was the furthest advanced position now goes to the cars, specifically speaking, the 43 of Way Too Fast. So that's going to put Wolfpack Racing back at the front of this field when we get stacked up for green. So far, Atlanta, what I've noticed is that the opening laps on every restart are going to be very exciting and very close as the drivers are jostling and jockeying for every inch of track. It'll be 13 laps to go when we take the green flag.
Well, 13 laps to go here in stage 1. You know what that means. It's not like a green-white checkered, but it's definitely something to get you eager to get to that start-finish line, as these drivers have competed all night for that top spot, with the 48 and the 43 really going at it. Both of those drivers from opposite leagues. Evil Within.
We're going to get one more pace lap before we go to green, Atlanta. The one car's still on pit road, so they're going to come around, do one more lap, and then we'll go to green. So that's going to leave us with 12 laps left in the stage when we get the green.
Man, it's so cool to see that pace car leading these cars around the track. Looks like the 43 is going to be right next to the, let's see, let's go look real quick. Oh, I can't. Looks like the 1. Am I getting this wrong again?
I'm not sure about it. I know the
Some of these drivers are so hard to see sometimes, these numbers. It might be the 10 car, honestly. That's the mistake I made earlier. So
yes, that is Slayer.
Okay, there you go.
On the inside.
Yeah, 10 and 43.
You got it right, Atlanta. The 10 car is going to be on the inside. The control car will be Way Too Fast in the 43 in the outside lane. One of the options that we have in the Fast Family League Showdown is the option to choose the lane. It's going to be a brave move, considering a lot of these drivers make up great amounts of time on that inside line in 1 and 2, Joker.
It's a great move. I would choose to stay on the outside there, because you're the control car. You get the control when the field takes off in the restart box, so you'll be able to get that nice jump or restart and carry the momentum going into turn 1. By the time you come out of turn 2, you should be clear of the car on the inside.
Well, pace car is about to head on down, and we will be going green here again at Kansas Speedway. All black pace car. Let's go get an onboard look real quick with Way Too Fast for You as they head to that Geico restart zone, and we go green here at Kansas Speedway.
Green flag is in the air. Atlanta 43 pulling away in first place with a great restart. That's going to be the 10 car of Slayer to the inside. Wolfpack leading. Checkered Chasers coming down so far. 43, 10, 20, your top 3. Twist coming out of the second corner. We have the 8 car of Twizzit now leading that second pack with this first 6 cars breaking away. Joker, Mountain Hippie in the 41 right behind the 21 of Little Wing. These 5 now breaking away. First lap, and there's a car around coming out of the corner out of turn 4. That's going to be the 88 of Eat My Meats for Wolfpack Racing coming around out of the 4th corner.
Yeah, I wonder if that's a one-car incident or what happened there. I don't really see how you get loose unless you got hit in the rear going into the corner or whatnot.
Atlanta,
that should be interesting to figure out.
Sorry, Joker. I did not mean to cut you off. Atlanta.
You're fine.
I didn't see what happened, but the 19 of Truex is also slow at the back of this pack. Could have been just a 2-car incident, but we remain green so far as they come across the line. It's going to be 10 to go this time by.
Yeah, that's definitely something that these drivers have in the back of their mind is, you get a single car caution just involved with yourself, and that really will put you in a deep spot to not win this race here at Kansas. So definitely always have to be cautionary. I know these races are long and they can be tiresome and strain you, but you always got to make sure that you're on your A game from lap 1 to the last lap, because if you're not, you will in some way probably mess up. I greatly appreciate all 5 of you just following. That was crazy.
20 car really trying to make that middle lane. Sorry there, Rick. Trying to make that middle lane work. Really, he almost had the 10 car cleared there, but the 10 car fought back on the outside.
I agree with you, Joker. The 20 car of WPRL fan, that is not only the leader for the Wolfpack gang, but so far he looks like he's trying to take the lead. He's battling the 10 of Slayer for Checkered Cup Racing. The 21 of Little Wing also racing for Wolfpack. Right now, 3 of the top 4 taken over by Wolfpack Racing. Tweetered in the 11 FedEx Camry, rolling 5th for Checkered Cup. So far, it's been Wolfpack Racing now leading this top 5, and now with, I believe, 9 or 8 laps to go, it could be Wolfpack stage.
Man, oh man, that 43 car headed out front. Let's go take a look real quick at him and look back at everybody else. Way too fast for you. Having a fantastic race so far. He's got a lot of guys behind him itching to get to the front. So we will see as this stage 1 winds down who will be your leader at the end. We have seen, I like this race a lot more. This is the 43-44 football game we've got going here with these guys. It's not a blowout like we've seen in some of these other races. So this is the kind of racing NASCAR Heat 5 fans definitely want to see.
The 43 starting to blow out the top 5 way too fast, breaking out to about a half-second lead ahead of the 20. Smooth through that top line. 6 to go as they cross the line. 5.5 now with the 43 leading the 20, leading the 21 into the third corner. Joker, Wolfpack had a slow start to this first stage, but so far they occupy the top 3 spots.
Yeah, they seem pretty fast now late in the stage. They definitely done a couple of pit stops that they had and made some adjustments to get their cars just right where they needed them to get up to the front of the field toward the end of the stage here and try to get as much points as possible.
Atlanta, no more yellows in the remainder of the stage. For the fans unaware, within 5 laps to go, there are no more cautions in the remainder of the stage. 43 is in the wall coming out of 4. Just a bit of a kiss, a bit of a hello to the fans as they cross the line now. 4 laps remaining in stage 1, and so far it's been a Wolfpack top 3.
Well, 43 doing a great job, like I said, leading this pack around. As long as these guys in the top 3 don't mess up, they'll have that Wolfpack win here. It's going to be interesting to see if they cannot hold these cars off, as we see some of these guys trying to make a move here towards the end of stage 1.
Towards the back of the field, Joker, you look to the 00, you look to the 24, huge contact, 18's around out of the 4th corner. He got sandwiched between the 00 and the 3, now sliding through the infield, struggling to control his car. Rowdy Raptor has gone around on the front stretch. No yellow will fly. This is going to be a race to the end of stage 1. Atlanta, Joker, they were 3 wide out of the 4th corner, and that 18 was a green Japanese pinball between those cars out of the 4th corner. What a mess, and they're going to race it back to the end. Top wages around on the backstretch, chaos all around.
That's the second time 18 has made hard contact in this race. I know he is starting to get frustrated with maybe a couple of drivers around him. I mean, I hate it for him to be, this kind of competitive event to be wrecked twice already in stage 1.
Pit road now closed with the 43 of Way Too Fast leading the 20 of WPRL. White flag is in the air. Top 3 for Wolfpack Atlanta, and it's a fight for first. 20 to the inside.
43 leading, 20 just behind him. Can he cut below and make this race? 43 right there. They're going to get a little contact right to the back straightaway. 20 is going to be able to overtake right there on the back straightaway. He's got 3 cars behind him trying to make something work, but I don't know.
Contact between teammates out of the second corner. It's the 20 of WPRL fan, the 21 of Little Wing behind, and it's going to be a top three, 20, 21, 43 across the line for Wolfpack Racing.
What a fantastic job there.
That could have went really wrong there, Rick. I don't think teammates should be fighting like that, especially if they're all three teammates running 1, 2, and 3. That could have ruined a lot of points right there, racing that hard at the end of stage 1.
Joker, I would chalk that up to tires wearing at the end of the stage. You saw the 43 broke out to a bit of a lead over his teammates with about 10 laps to go. Atlanta, I'm thinking these guys are really pushing their cars incredibly hard at the end of this stage to see what they're going to have at the end of stage 2. This is strategy to collect max points and open up a huge lead when those points totals come in.
Yeah, you know, Wolfpack Racing taking, those top positions. That's going to mean something here in stage 1 as we are about to get restacked and head into stage 2. A lot of these guys headed into pits as well, so that's going to switch things up as it looks like we've got a new leader. Let's go take a look real quick and see who that is.
That's the 6 of Worm Rider in the lead, ATL. He's leading us to green for stage 2.
Yep, green flag, and we are underway here for the stage 2 round 4 race, or race 4, round 1, whatever. You know what it is here at Kansas Speedway. There we go.
37 fresh laps to race up on the scoreboard. 3 wide for 4th place. That's the 10 of Slayer sandwiched between them.
Man.
The 18 was a pinball late in stage 1, and the 6 of Worm Rider did not pit. The 6 did out of gas. Look at him slow on the apron. Joker, he's going to make it into pit road, but this is a huge gut, a huge punch in the gut, not only to the 16, but the rest of his teammates. That's going to be Worm Rider for Checkered Cup, who will lose undoubtedly at least 1 lap, maybe even 2.
Yeah, Rick, I cannot explain how big of a mistake that is not pitting at the end of that stage, because if that stage 2 goes green the whole way, he's going to be trapped a lap down for the entire stage. That is just a huge, huge mistake that they did not make.
Too, is not only does it hurt you, but it hurts some of the other drivers. You know you're getting in people's way when you're not, even looking at the screen, I would presume, to know you needed gas. So definitely want to keep your eye on the screen and maybe not on the phone or something else during the race, and make sure you're helping your teammates throughout this series. And it looks like we are under caution.
Caution flies over the racetrack. You call CCCL.
Sorry about that.
Right out of my mouth, pal. So the 20 car, it's all right, man. We all noticed it at the same time. WPRL, our stage 1 winner, leading the field. The 11 FedEx Camry right behind him. That's being driven by Tweeter. That's going to be for Checkered Chasers. In the 21, sitting in 3rd place, the honor goes to Little Wing for Wolfpack Racing. In the 47 car, in 4th place, we are looking at the roster, so he's going to be a mystery driver that we're going to look to pin our name to. And then in the 43, way too fast, rounding out the top 5 for Wolfpack Racing, you see the 11 Atlanta decides to stay out.
You know what's crazy is I just realized Little Wing is one, I don't remember where, but he is definitely one of the first drivers I ever saw when I was broadcasting. I can't remember if it was for the AK League or what. But very cool to see some of these new faces and old faces as we head down to the pits right now, watching Truex 1978 do his thing. As man, they really got to get those collisions under control here in NASCAR Heat 5, because when you're looking into pits, it looks like you're almost watching Wreckfest.
Joker, it's a demo derby down that pit road. Now, remind me, Joker, the damage that these cars might otherwise pick up on pit road is purely cosmetic. It shouldn't affect their on-track performance. Is that right?
Not during pit road. Sometimes, rarely on an occasion, when you come out, you have 2 or 3 cars like inside of each other, like glitched in, and sometimes one of those cars will get like rear end damage or quarter panel damage or something like that. But it's rare, but they do come out bottled up off of pit road.
Atlanta, we're looking at the 95 of Kotif 2 in the Ream Camry. That's going to be our first retiration of the race today, and that's going to be a DNF for the 95. That's a Checkered Chasers driver, so 19 drivers remaining on the track, and the mountain for 3CL gets a little bit steeper.
Man, oh man.
Joker, as a driver, what kind of feeling do you get? Does it affect morale when you see that one of your drivers, one of the bullets in your gun is now no longer functional?
Yeah, I would have to say so. I mean, I don't know how you kind of would, I mean, as a league, how you gather yourself back up. You just got to really run your race and just hope you can beat the team. At the end is, get most points of stage 2 and just keep on battling and just don't give up hope. It's a hard thing to do, but it's just what you got to do to come out on top.
Atlanta, we're stacked again with the 4 to the inside and the 11 of Tweeter to the outside, pal.
Yep, you're exactly right. We've got Evil Within doing his thing as the pace car here tonight. We're about to see the 11 and the 4 battle it out, top 2 positions, as we are rounding out turn 3 for this great race here at Kansas Speedway. It's going to be round 1, race 4 here tonight, with the CCCL taking on the Wolfpack Racing League. And just so you guys know, this series will be weeks long, so we greatly appreciate you tuning in now and tuning in later. And we hope to see you on that final night as we see the top 2 leagues in NASCAR Heat 5 bring it on for that Xbox Championship. That will be something else to see. And it looks like one more lap here around Kansas Speedway with the pace car on the track. That's one of the most beautiful things about the pace car being on the track here tonight, as those drivers know, is that once it goes down, they are ready to go. So you don't really have to worry about too much communication. You got that visual cue right there, and that'll definitely help, keep it easier, per se, on the racers. Points lead after that stage. We might be able to get that right there from Mr. Slide Job if he has it. We'll get back to you right there on 0 on that. What you got going on, Rick James?
Just some instructions here from Race Control. We're listening in on that thread as well, Atlanta. Just a word of warning going out to car number 8, that's Twisted Unit, into the Caterpillar Camaro. They're asking him to maintain good pace and good gap on the restarts. You see right now the 8 holding back just a bit. It's not the first time we've noticed this, ATL. In stage 1, we mentioned he was hanging back far too back.
Look, yeah, you can see right there. I mean, he is. That is a substantial amount of room between him and the 18. He's definitely gonna not want to give the car behind him a lack of a restart just because you're not keeping that pace lap. This is something I've talked about, especially in that first race, is you gotta practice. You can't just come into this thinking, I've raced Kansas 1,000 times on public lobbies. You've got to know that if you're doing these kinds of things with the pace car and everything, you've got to know how to keep it going. As we see 8, okay, it looks like the
8's now
car,
hanging.
Yeah.
My apologies, Atlanta. I just noticed that the 8 is hanging to the back here. Race Control has ordered the 8 car all the way to the back, and hopefully we get the race going this time by. Provided we do go green, it'll be 31 to go this time by.
Well, 31 laps to go. That is a lot of time to get something working. And you know what? That is exactly why we have Race Control, to keep these things underway and to make sure that the other drivers feel like they have a fair chance here tonight, as the 4 and 11 are getting ready to go back-to-back. As this pace car, it looks like the 11 is going to choose possibly the inside line right there. I'm not too sure.
They're going to be allowed to pit one more time.
Okay, well,
because there was some damage on the pace lap.
Okay, well, there you heard it from Mr. Slide Job. They are going to head down to pits one more time due to some possible damage that happened, and then we will get headed back underway. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. Sorry, go ahead.
That's what I was going. To say, Atlanta, about the 8 car just hanging back and on the pace laps there. I mean, you got cars behind you that are trying to keep up, with pace speed, and you're sitting there lagging back and just dragging the brakes or whatnot. That causes a bottle up, and people run into each other, not intentionally, but that just happens. And that's kind of why I think Race Control told him to go to the back. That he's causing frustration within the field by doing that.
And there's still this caution 8-car definitely gonna probably have some words from his teammates later on after this race.
As we're coming back around, you see a lot of damage on these noses. Race control sending out a friendly reminder to all these drivers. Brake checking will not be tolerated. We already see the consequence with the 8-car being ordered to the back, and words now being exchanged from race control now to Checkered Chasers Cup League. Both teams issued one warning about restart distance.
Well, even playing field then.
Should be the green flag next time by. A couple of drivers still catching up to the back. Joker, from a driver's perspective, how high is the anxiety when we've turned about 4 or 5 different pace laps now, and all you want to do is get up on the wheel and pass some cars?
You're starting to get antsy, real antsy to just take off, and because you're hoping that the adjustments you made on pit road and your car is going to be good, and you're trying to time that restart right, and every time you go by that restart box, you just keep thinking and thinking, when is this going to go green? Come on, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to get this car in the front and take off.
Zero, I'm not too sure do you guys know who the winner of this race faces?
Atlanta, we're going to get that word from race control here shortly. They're still trying to work out the order of the pit road and trying to get these orders out to drivers to maintain distance.
Gotcha.
I'm surprised to see that 18 car, the 2 accidents that he has been in, them hard crashes, that he is now either 3rd or 4th in the 2nd row there on this restart.
Word from race control, green this time by. As we're looking at the front of the field, you see Rowdy Raptor in the 18 who was involved late in that stage 1 caution. He's going to be restarting 3rd. Up at the point is going to be the number 4 car. To the outside is going to be the 11. That's going to be Tweetered to the outside and BHD Money to the inside. And it's going to be less than 30 to go. Should be just about 28 laps to go when we get the green flag, Atlanta.
Well, cars are headed to that front straightaway. Pace car is off. We head to that restart zone, and green flag is out for stage 2 here at Kansas Speedway for the Fast Family Racing Showdown, round 1, race 4.
11 leading with a great jump. That's going to be Tweetered in the 11, getting to at least half a second. 43 way too fast, hits the apron, and he's sliding out. BHD Money in the number 4. Holding a smooth line, trying to get a draft off of the 11. Contact to the outside wall by the 00. The 18 now closely following the 4. Followed by the 18 is the 47, who is a racer for Checkered Cup. For the Checkered Racing League.
Yeah.
11-4 across that line, Atlanta. 3 and 4 wide for position in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, 11 having a great restart right there. He is leading these guys around the track, but he's got to get some guys to get up to him right there. Rick James. Rick. That is, I think this is your friend, Tunknown 19.
Big shout out to Tunknown 19 in the chat. We appreciate the recognition. So far, back at the front of this race, the 11 leads the 4 as they're crossing the line. Contact to the wall on the outside of turn 4 by the 6 of Worm Rider and a couple others. 27 to go, and they're bottlenecking in turn 2. The 3 cars in the wall, Joker. Contact 3 is going to be around in the 2nd corner. Joker, that's 2 cars involved. 12's now struggling. 1 more in the back. The caution's going to fly at Kansas one more time. The 19's involved, the 88 and the 12 and the 3 all involved in this stage 2 caution.
Man, oh man. Oh, unfortunately. That's unfortunate right there.
That just
Caution
killed the
flies
11.
Yet again, 26 laps to go, and you called it, Joker. The 11 of Tweeter, who had such a great restart, now contemplating coming down pit road for possibly some resources, and if the drivers manage it well enough, this could be one of the only pit stops they need in stage 2.
Yeah, the 11's heart is definitely in his lap. he's just shaking his head. I mean, he was on rails, rocketed on the restart, pulled away the 4, kind of got away from the 18, and literally if your car is just not as fast as the car in front of you, if you do not have that draft, and that car that's leading is, especially with the clean air, it's just going to keep on, pulling away from you, and there's really nothing you can do. But that caution just ruined that whole run for the 11 and his team there.
Leaders are coming down pit road, Atlanta. You see the 11, as we predicted, will be coming down for 4 fresh Goodyear tires and a race tank full of Sunoco racing fuel. Joker, with the drivers coming down pit road, what are the chances that one of these guys in the back takes 2 tires in an attempt to shake things up and see how the rest of the field reacts?
You might see 3 or 4 maybe of the cars that have been in the back here in stage 2 that are just want to get up there and maybe get a chance at clean air. They'll probably take 2 right side tires and maybe go up on the wedge a little bit so the car won't be so loose, excuse me, on older tires on the left side of that car. So yeah, you'll probably see 2 or 3 of them take that chance.
Atlanta winning the race off pit road is the 11 of Tweeter. BHD Money in the 4, and then the 18. So once again, the order doesn't change, and that's going to be Checkered Chasers leading us to green. BHD Money in the 4, also for Checkered Chasers, and the 18 car of Rowdy Raptor for Wolfpack Racing.
Well, some great driving here tonight so far at Kansas. A couple of cautions, unfortunately, but just going to bring back on the screen real quick and show you guys who exactly is racing with who, since we don't have that color coordination that we have had in previous races. You guys can see right there who is racing with Wolfpack Racing League and the Checkered Chasers Cup League here tonight at Kansas Speedway. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. And Big Joe's 414, you from the Wisconsin area. I know that 414 area code right there is from Wisconsin, so greatly appreciate you here tonight for this Fast Family Racing Showdown Series race.
A couple more pace laps as the drivers are circling around.
Yep.
Now the 4 to the inside, the 11 to the outside. Back up in the top 3 is going to be the 20 of WPRL Fan. Once again, reminder, one car you won't find on that roster is going to be the 47 of Gabe JB. He is a driver for Checkered Cup Chasers League. The 6 and the 88 now coming out of pit road. And these drivers getting ready for restart.
Well, who will be that number 1 driver here tonight at Kansas Speedway? I don't know which league has it. It has been up in the air a lot tonight, but we will find out with the end of stage 2 rounding up here shortly, and then we will be headed into that final stage when everybody's heart is on the line, is like Rick James likes to say, and getting ready to race into that victory lane. Yes, Rick James. Yes, sir. Old pace car still on the track, so you guys are just sitting back and watching this race. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, 48 of you guys. That is extremely happy. It makes me extremely happy, so very, very cool to see. And like I said, if I hit that 300 followers tonight, then I will be doing that diecast giveaway, 2 of those guys, so that'd be a pretty cool thing to own if you want to own something like that.
As they cross the line, they just took 22 laps to go, so we're going to have 21 laps remaining in the second stage, Atlanta. Once again, if you're just joining us, this is race 4 in the Fast Family League Showdown. The number 4 of BHD Money leading the way for Checkered Chasers Cup League. Wolfpack Racing led by the number 20 of WPRL Fan, the driver of that number 20, restarting in the top 5. But these top 2 positions, this front row, locked out by 3CL. Getting closer to this green flag. They're coming through turn 4, and we're looking for the pace car to dip down this time, Atlanta.
Well, Evil Within doing that great job as he has all night today, being I just did it again today, but being that great pace car that he has been, as we see the 4 and the 11 about to do some restart here, side by side as we go green here at Kansas Speedway for stage 2.
I have a points update if you'd like one.
Points
Sorry,
update.
took a little
Thank you,
while.
sir.
Slide
Yeah.
job.
Oh man, is this one a close battle, boys? Checkered Chasers is leading with 28 to 27 after
One
stage 1.
solitary point, the difference in this one. Tweeter in the 11, breaking out for Checkered Chasers. Now 19 laps to go as they come across the line. 11 leading the 4, 18 sitting calmly in 3rd place. Camry, Mustang, Camry, your top 3, and that yellow and black DeWalt Camry in 4th. Look at him use the inside, Atlanta. That is the 20 of WPRL. He's making his way through. The 18 again for Wolfpack. He is sitting in 3rd place, looking to the inside of the 4. This is for 2nd place, Atlanta.
Ford car getting that draft off the 11. I don't know if the 18 is going to have the momentum he has, and he does not. It is now the 11-4-18 battling it out for the top 3 positions. 20 and 43 not far behind. I'm sorry. We have seen a lot from all 5 of these drivers here tonight, and like Mr. Slidejob said, very, very close.
Joker, they're starting to pull away. You see the 11 of Tweeter getting loose and having to shimmy out of the 2nd corner to keep the car going in a straight line. Tires are starting to wear, and with 18 laps to go, now 17 to go, at what point do these drivers dive down pit road, or do they try and stretch it for the rest of the stage?
If you're, I don't know, my opinion, I think if you're the first 5 cars, you're definitely going to try to stretch it out and try to make this all on one set of tires. If you're in the back and you kind of struggle a little bit, it's a contact 21 and 24 car on the back stretch there. But if you're in the back, I'd probably try to take 2 right side tires and short pit it and maybe gain a few positions off pit road.
Well, we see BHD Money in that 4 car still trailing the 11. The pack behind him has gotten to a 3-car pack with the 2043 and the 18 now, trying to catch up to those 2 top leaders. These are the kind of races I live for here on NASCAR Heat 5. This is what I like to see.
3CL breaking out to this lead. Atlanta, this could be a case of too hard, too fast. The 11 and the 4 breaking out to what is almost a 1-second lead to that number 20 car of Wolfpack Racing League. If there are pit stops to make, ATL, you can guarantee these top 2 will be some of the drivers making those.
Well, like you said, you don't want to race too hard, too fast here at Kansas Speedway. You want to make sure you're going to be making that car last till the very last lap of this race, because if you don't, you might have what the number 6 car had earlier where he fell back. That was unfortunate to see, but nonetheless, these drivers doing a great job here. 48 and the 11 and the 4, and as we look back, it looks like those 3 cars, the 43, the 20, and the 18, really haven't done much of catching up yet.
15 to go as they cross the line, Joker. The 21 of Little Wing just did some lawn mowing through the infield down the front stretch. They were 3 wide out of the 4th corner, and I didn't know if there was contact, but the tires are wearing. Joker, green flag pit stops could be imminent with 14 to go this time by.
Yeah, you're right. Hard as they're racing for these positions to get as many points as possible, they probably are wearing the tires out just a little bit too fast for my liking. So you probably are correct there, Rick. They probably will be making green flag pit stops during this little last run to the end stage too.
48 and 12 make contact with that outside wall out of turn 2. Atlanta, tires are wearing and begging for mercy. These Goodyears can only hold on for so much more.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, as I am on board right now currently with the 00 of Bad Boy. He's just trying to make his way around the track as he is trying to get out of a sticky situation involving the 3 and the 1 car. A little contact right there as he is now racing to catch the draft off. It looks like the 24 car as they head into turn 1.
Chrome prints the inside of the 18
Oh, big
car.
contact.
Huge contact, one driver being down to the apron. That's the 00 going around down the backstretch, and he's finally pointing in the wrong direction after holding on so tough at the entrance of the third corner. Meanwhile, for fifth place, the 18, 48, and 20 leading the 12 car. That four-way fight for fifth rages on into the first corner. Joker, these cars are weaving incredibly wide out of these corners. How much longer can they go on these worn tires?
I think the next about 4 or 5 laps, you're going to see a few drivers start to take advantage of them right side tires, maybe take all 4 to gain some valuable seconds on the racetrack. But here real soon we're going to start seeing drivers, if the yellow does not come out. There has been a lot of contact in the past couple of laps, I will say.
Atlanta,
that.
The 1 went around in turn 4, the 24 and the 1, that's C.G. Smith, who was one of the first drivers to pit in this race. Already drivers spinning at the entrance. It'll be 10 to go this time by.
Well, let's go take a look real quick at those drivers and see. 24 down in pits, it looks like. And I don't think these guys, I don't think they're under caution, no. 43 down into pits as well. And so the 4 and the 11, your top 2 drivers.
4 car leading this race as green flag pit stops have started, and this could set us up for an interesting start to stage 3. Inside 10 to go, these drivers pitting for fresh tires and fuel, and they could be setting themselves up for a fast start to turn 3, an interesting pit strategy as the race goes on.
Yeah,
we see. 11 on pit road, Atlanta.
Oh, did you just see the 4 spinning out right there at pit? That is going to cost him heavily as we see everybody else headed into pits. Oh, my Lord. He is still sitting there, and it looks like he has now missed. I don't know if he has missed pit lane. He is going to have to go back around. Oh, man, that's going to cost the 4 heavy. You hate to see it.
Wow, that is unreal how bad luck you have going on pit road right there. That definitely cost him his stage. It might even cost him the race. Depends on how far he falls back. You know, that is an untimely mistake.
Could be a big slip for 3CL BHD money in the number 4. You saw him do a 180 right before coming down pit road. He's lost an insane amount of time, and he's going to try it again. The 4 now getting incredibly woed up into 4. Look at him almost going through the grass. He's moving at a very fast rate. Hopefully, he's got it woed up enough so he can stay under that pit road speed limit.
Well, everybody exiting pit road right now. We will see what these drivers have in store as we see that 4 car, your leader for a lot of today's race here in stage 2, unfortunately having that spin out right before pits, and that costed him big time. Yep, you're right, Jay Haskell. 4 was on a roll, and it looks like unfortunately that roll may have expired.
Joker, the 48 of Chrome Prince, is now back out in the front. That car racing for 3CL. The 48 still yet to pit, now coming up on lapped traffic. Now less than 6 laps to go as the 48 crosses the line, getting under that 00. Atlanta, I don't know if the 48 pitted earlier, but he is putting up blistering pace at the front.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if he did. I think he might have. I'm not too sure, honestly. But the 48 definitely having a good pace here as he is trying to get around that 00. But as long as he can get that fuel saved, he'll be good to go, it looks like. He's been doing a great job here tonight so far at Kansas Speedway. So does he have what it takes to take home that Stage 2 win?
Joker, as we're looking at the top 5, you see Chrome Prince is leading the way. Twisted Unit in second place in the number 8, but the 8 is trying to pit incredibly slow on the third corner, now on the high side. He's trying to make his way down pit road, and look at the time the 8 is losing on the way in. Worm Rider in third place in the 6 car, now coming up behind. The 8 goes around as he comes down pit road, and more pit entrant calamities for Checkered Chasers Cup League. And if they lose this stage, it could mean the entire race for 3CL. Atlanta, it goes from bad to worse. The 88 and the 48 are now down pit road.
Yeah, as I'm watching the 43 and the 11, you know, that's just not something, unfortunately, that you want to have happen. You have 2 cars spin out like that right before pit road, but you know, that's just something you usually have to work on during practice, just trying to get those pit speeds right, and, you know, knowing that if you mess up, there's really not too much you can do about it unless a bunch of other guys mess up with you.
It's one aspect we haven't yet recognized, or at the very least we didn't mention at the top of the show, is that getting down pit lane could be crucial. And already 3CL having a difficult time with 2 cars in the second stage, messing up down pit lane. The Checkered Chasers Cup League, their mountain only gets steeper.
Man, oh man. Well, 43 is in the lead, correct there, James?
43 is in the lead. The 43 of Way Too Fast leading the 11 of Tweetert. Way Too Fast racing for Wolfpack Racing, and the 11 of Tweetert racing for Checkered Chasers Cup League. 1 and 2 rivals for opposing leagues. 11's to the inside out of the 4th corner. He's looking to make it stick, and at the line, new leader in the FedEx Camry, car number 11.
11 able to take it right there on that front straightaway. And 43 now going to be in second place.
That was definitely a power trip on how better, just 2 or 3 laps on fresher tires just make a huge difference on how he was able to make that pass from the high side to the inside and to clear him before the start-finish line.
Patience is a virtue, Atlanta. That 43 of Way Too Fast getting into the wall through turn 3 and 4. His lead that was waning is now getting larger, but the lead has now been handed over to the 11. It could be a case of too hard, too fast. As they're crossing the line this time by, it will be 2 laps to go for these leaders. And so far, Checkered Chasers, who are up against it, might just come away with the stage win. White flags in the air with the 11 leading the 43. So far, 3CL looking to be in prime position. A gap of about a couple of tenths. Atlanta, the 43's got one last charge to win the stage.
Yeah, 43 is trying to get up in that top spot once again, but he has not been able to. The 11 leading this 43 around the track as we enter turn 3. Oh, and 43 just a little bit loose right there as we head to the front straightaway. 11 actually is going to get into the wall just a little bit, and the 11 car is going to be your stage 2 winner here at Kansas Speedway. What a battle between those 2 leagues right there.
Yeah, 43 definitely got a really good run coming out of turn 2. I mean, he chased 11 down all the way down the backstretch just to kind of kill it by, getting loose and tapping the wall in the turn 3 there.
Exciting finish between these 2 rivals, and it really sets up an interesting start to stage 3. A lot of these drivers, more than expected, won't pit after having made a pit stop within these last 10 laps. About 20 seconds before the start of stage 3 ATL, put yourself in the driver's seat, my friend. Would you pit?
Honestly, I probably would pit. It just depended, honestly, where I was in that field at that moment of time. If I was closer to the top, I might not. But if I was closer to the back, I definitely would. And, try to get those fresh tires and Sunoco fuel and make my way to the top of that pack and possibly get my team some stage points.
Stage points incredibly important. The 43 and the 11 stay out front, but with the 11 winning the stage, it looks like some strategy occurred during the stage break. 43 now leading the event as we go to green, Atlanta.
Final stage here at Kansas Speedway for the Fast Family Racing Showdown Series. It's race 4 of round 1 with the CCCL taking on Wolfpack Racing League. The final stage as we see the 20 already getting antsy right there on the back of the 43, and that's going to send him way down under. Hopefully retain some position, but definitely not. The 11 is going to be your new leader.
Joker, you see the 43 who's incredibly slow. It could be a case that something's gone wrong, and something has gone wrong for Team 43. One of the fastest cars all night, Joker. He's now down in the pit.
Did he not
just at
pit?
The beginning of stage 2. He must not have pitted. 51 laps remaining, and that mountain just got steeper for Wolfpack. ATL, mistakes have been made on both sides, and it only gets hotter.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You got to practice. You got to make sure that you're ready for not only the racing, but, the small things that go into it, headed down into pits, keeping that pace lap and doing what you need to do to put on a good show here at Kansas Speedway. And a couple of drivers, unfortunately, looking like they have just made a couple of mistakes and, a couple of too many mistakes, per se, here at Kansas Speedway, and definitely don't want to cost your teammates anything.
43 finally out of pit road. 43 now entering the track and trying to stay out of the way. The 43 is going around in turn 1 as he leaves pit road. Just barely saves it. Car was pointing at a 45-degree angle as he exits. Back at the front of this one, Atlanta, the 11 retakes the lead.
Yeah, that was a little insane right there. I don't know what was happening with the 43, but yeah, 11 still leading this race. Let's take a look back at some of the other cars. We saw BHD Money running at the top a lot of today's race, as well as the 18, but these guys are now sitting back closer to 10th place. So we'll see what they have for the rest of the race. Mountain Hippie making his way up into 3rd place in the 41 car, as well as Little Wing trying to make his way up there in the 21 car, currently following that number 3 tracker of Bass Pro Shop. As we head into turn 1, it's going to be a battle for those points here at the end, as we see the 8 of Twisted Unit head off pits.
Joker, the 11th, breaking out to an early lead, and Tweeter is really carrying the flag in stage 3 for Checkered Chasers. Now, this could be a strategy for the 11. He could be playing the hare, trying to get everybody else to chase him, as the 20 WPRL fan sits in 2nd place. The 48 of Checkered Chasers to the outside of the 20. They are scrambling for all available real estate. 41 to the inside, and someone is going to use up tires way too early.
Rick, the number 1 made contact on the back stretch there, and he is really slow coming up in front of the leader now, I do believe. Here in the next couple of turns, he is real slow, got a lot of front end damage, hit the wall hard on the back stretch there.
Well, 11 with a substantial lead right now. Looks like a little bit of contact in that 3rd and 4th place position, possibly. Not too sure, it just looked like a little bit of maybe a bump right there on the side panel, as we see these guys battling it out quite a bit, as we see the 4 of BHD Money get around that 19 car. Let's see real quick and take a look. And yeah, WPRL fan in that 20, he's been running strong all night with the 48 and the 12 behind him. Can he make his way up to the top?
He's charging his way through, and he's finally cleared his way into 2nd place. The 48 of Chrome Prince, as the 41 of Mountain Hippie hits the wall. 48 of Chrome Prince sits in 3rd. That 12 car on the outside goes to Soggy Ravioli. He has made his way into 4th place, his highest rank in the race so far.
Yeah, big contact with some of the drivers towards the farther part of the field. Let's go take a look at our leader real quick, the 11 car, I believe, and see just how much lead he has. You can see he has got about a second and a half on that 2nd and 3rd place, so he is definitely going to have to keep rolling on if he wants to get on by. ECR Kool-Aid, greatly appreciate that host there, sir.
The 11 car is pulling away at the front of this race. Joker, he is driving just as hard as the 41, but the 41 of Mountain Hippie for Checkered Chasers having some trouble with a couple of contacts with the wall. But look at him right up behind Soggy Ravioli in the 12, almost making it 3 wide down the front stretch. It's about to be a 4-way fight for 2nd place, Joker. How is this going to affect tire wear?
Well, they're definitely running their cars extremely hard right now, and they're really kind of the reason why the 11 car has been able to stretch his lead out. With these guys battling, they're a lot slower than that leader out there in clean air, and it's just allowing him to control his car, kind of save his car, not run it that hard, and just, you know, cruise on to the lead there and just keep on stretching it, hits at there every turn.
There's been a wreck in the first corner between the 10 car and the 00. That's Bad Boy and Slayer. Contact down the front stretch between the 4 and the 6. BHD Money gets around the 6 of Worm Rider. 42 laps to go as the drivers struggle to gain speed. Pace cars out, yellow flag is out, Atlanta. At least 3 cars involved in 2 separate incidents.
Man, oh man, you hate to see it. What is this, the 4th or 5th caution of the night here so far at Kansas Speedway. And this is going to restack the drivers and give them an opportunity to do a little bit more racing, as we only have about 40 laps to go here tonight. Greatly appreciate. I am Rick James, and I am Rick James, and
GRM
Joker. I was trying to look at the thing real quick.
48's around down the front stretch, Atlanta. 2-3 cars losing control, heading the wall. And I don't know if this is connection issues or these drivers just not paying attention, but something's been going on. That 48 is going to be chrome prints for Checkered Chasers. The 3-car is Xcade for Wolfpack Racing. That's the first incident of the night for car number 3. And the action not reserved just a green flag racing, Atlanta. These guys having trouble focusing even on the caution laps.
I'm telling you, you got to make sure that you are ready for these races. You can't stay up super late the night before and expect to be 100% golden the night next, you know, when you're doing all these races. So hope these guys get their heads in the right places and we get some good racing here for the final stage at Kansas. Lots of cars headed down into pits.
11 leading the field down pit road, leading what would otherwise be a Gibbs teammate, but both cars, Tweetert and WPRL, racing for 2 separate teams tonight. You see the 8 and the 1 staying out so far. Those are the only 2 drivers that I see that don't come down pit road. The 43 of Way Too Fast now finally coming down for service and fuel.
Rick, I think that number 1 car is definitely a lap down, if not 2, with that contact a few laps ago before the caution came out.
Slayer in the 10, we've seen him racing up towards the front in the first 2 stages, but trouble for the 10. He was involved in that last caution. He'll be taking some extra time to get service to repair that damage on the car. The 10 can be competitive once again, Atlanta, and I believe when we're going to take this green with less than 40 to go, a lot of these drivers are going to have a very aggressive chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, that's usually how it is you got these laps winding down. You know that you don't have enough time to make something work. That strategy come into play as we see the 11 win that race off of pit road, and he is going to, you know, have one of the cars to beat here tonight, the 20 car as well, doing a fantastic job, as well as the 48, and unfortunately the 43 having that little pit road mishap, and the 4 as well. So hopefully give everybody a good chance to get up to that top spot and put on a show for their league. Once again, I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. Got about 60 plus guys in here at a certain time, so really thank you, Jay Haskell. Hopefully that is fixed there.
Big shout out to Quiet 199947 in the chat. Thank you for the following there. Bring your friends. Tell them that race number 4 of the Fast Family League Showdown is coming to a very anticipated close. It'll be less than 40 laps to go. Could be just 2 pit stops remaining. And so far, it's been a very close competition and action, not only on the racing surface, but down pit road as well. Atlanta, get buckled up. We could be going to green this time by.
Not this time, next time.
All right, next time by, as Mr. Slide Job gives us that fast correction. Man is on top of it tonight, boys. As we see that pace car head around the track, the 11 leading things with the 20 right next to him. Very familiar scene for this league race here tonight at Kansas. You're watching the Fast Family League Showdown series. Where can we get race broadcasters? What do you mean, Fire? You got them right here, buddy.
Joker, as the drivers are rolling around to green, they're going to have just under 20 laps of fuel. And in these 20 laps, these drivers need to put in the fastest lap times possible to ensure that they're going to be up towards the front. Joker, be the driver in this scenario. What is the fastest way around this track besides riding that high line?
I mean, you pretty much said it. There really ain't no other way to get around this racetrack as fast as possible other than be on that high side with a good, you know, good other car around you is not going to slow you up to get good draft, good runs coming out of the corners down the backstretch using that draft. It's just really the high side is really the only true way to get around this racetrack and be competitive.
Atlanta with the 11 and the 20 locking out this front row for rival leagues. They're coming to green this time by. Who do you expect to pull ahead?
I feel like the 11 will. That's just how he has all night as we go green here for the final stage, and that's exactly what happens. The 11 pulling away fast and the 20 following behind. We've got, like you said, less than 40 laps to go here in this final stage.
37 as they cross the line. 11 breaking out to 5, 6, 7 car lengths out of 2 and counting. 11, 20, 41. Your top 3 Camry Mustang. That is the 11 of Tweetert leading the 20 of WPRL fan. And then the 41 car sitting in 3rd place. That 41 goes to Mountain Hippie, also for Checkered Chasers. 2 of the top 3 and almost 2 of the top 2. Contact down that front stretch, Atlanta. 20 and 41 going at it.
Well, let's go take a look real quick at the 20 and the 41 car in Mountain Hippie. Just falling behind that 20, and it looks like he's got a little bit more speed as he gives that bump to the 20 car, and he is now trying to take it to that inside line. As somebody said in the chat, that bottom line definitely saves more tires, but you definitely can go a little bit faster on that high line as we see the 20 and the 41 get into a little contact right there, and now the 20 has the 21 right behind him to possibly give him some help. Even more contact.
Got a
Mountain
points
Hippie's been
update for
shook. Mountain Hippie's been shook as the commissioner comes in for a points update.
Yes, sir. So, stage 2, a team has taken a little bit more of a lead this time. The team that was at the deficit of a point, Wolfpack, actually pulls it right back. They scored 37 points in that second stage to Checkered Chasers 18. So their lead is grown a little bit. They flipped it the other way, but anything can happen in that third stage.
Yeah, you're
Commissioner,
exactly
what
right.
is the lead at the end of stage 2?
That would be Wolfpack Racing.
Wolfpack Racing leading by just a few points, so it's still neck and neck, and anybody can win this race. Just a few points could be a matter of 1 or 2 positions. Wolfpack occupying 2 of the top 3. Tweetert out in front, but the 2nd and 3rd place cars, Atlanta, the 20 and the 21 of WPRL and Little Wing, catching up.
Well, these cars definitely want to do some racing here to catch up with that 11, but it seems like he's got that lead, man. He's pretty good at keeping it, so those cars behind are going to have to do some teamwork if they want to catch up with that 11 car, or possibly do some strategy and work it out in pits. Maybe take some less tires or something to get out in front of that 11 car.
11, 20, 21 at the line. Joker, you see the 21 is all up the rear bumper of the 20 car. It's about to be a 4-way fight for first. That 6 car of Worm Rider currently sitting in 4th place. He's been at the back all night long, but a resurgence from the Castro Mustang. He's holding his own in the top 5.
Rick, I really think that 20 car is holding up that 21. That 21's got to do something to get around him. He seems like the guy more speed, more grip through the corners, and he just cannot seem to get around that 20, allowing the 11 to just really stretch out. This probably is his biggest lead tonight.
.31 to go as they cross the line. Atlanta 11 now getting out to half a straightaway. The 20 is holding up the 21 just a bit. You see the 41 of Mountain Hippie is able to catch up. He's trying to make the middle lane work, but it's not going. The 6 gets around the 41. So now 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place occupied by drivers from Wolfpack Racing League.
Yeah, and you know, one thing the 11 is definitely going to have to worry about is wearing that car out a little too fast. He's got these guys right behind him that are working together, saving a little bit more fuel and tires than he is, and he's pushing that car to its limit. So the 11 definitely going to have to play some strategy here to these 30-something laps left at Kansas Speedway.
As they cross the line, it should be just around 29 laps. 11, 20, 21, your top 3, 641, 4th and 5th. These 5 drivers have broken away, with the 12 car now rearing his Jack Link's beef jerky head up in 6th. That is Soggy Ravioli. And then the 24 of CG Smith for Wolfpack Racing League. So far, Atlanta, the only Checkered Chasers drivers in the top 7 are the 11 of Tweetert and the 6 of Worm Driver.
Well, definitely going to have to get some more teammates up there if you want to push your team to the top of this round 1 segment of the Fast Family Race League Showdown. With the 11 car doing his thing around the track so far, will he have it all the way up until the final laps of this stage, or will his car give out and allow these drivers that are working so hard together behind him to get a chance to get that victory?
27 laps to go as they cross the line. It's a 2.1 second gap from 1st to 4th place, Atlanta, and that 11 car is really pulling away. He's the hare at the moment. The drivers are trying to chase him down in those aluminum NASCAR dogs, chasing down that rabbit, just trying to get a sniff of that lead. Pit stops just a few laps away, and Checkered Chasers would do well to have good pit road etiquette and avoid mistakes.
Yep, you're definitely right. You always want to make it work right there with the Checkered, but or the Checkered Racing League, just definitely want to make it work. But you know, you've got to get those guys up here with that track position if you want to make something work as far as the points go. And you know, so far it looks like Wolfpack Racing is really pulling out this final stage.
Wolfpack Racing not leading, Joker, not leading in points so far, Joker, but they are leading this stage. Green flag pit stops just a few laps away. You see the 21 of Little Wing getting loose out of the 4th corner. Joker, when the tires are starting to wear, what can a driver do to control the oversteer out of 2 and 4?
Really, just back up the corner, start making your entries a lot easier, not forcing the car in the corner. You know, like I said, back the corners up, let off the gas sooner. It allows you to get back on the gas a little bit earlier in the center of the corner, and it doesn't put a lot of stress on the car and on the tires itself. So you can start saving tires as well as also saving you from going into the wall or spinning out.
Atlanta, we're now looking at the 21 of Little Wing, who has scooted past WPRL into 2nd place, and now the chase is on. You see the 21 already pulling away a few car lengths over the 20.
Yeah, let's head on back and look at that. Sorry, I was trying to get an update on the other race real quick, but I was not able to. Let's go ahead to that 20 car, or 21 car, I'm sorry, real quick. And yep, AKA, or that's where I know him from. He was AKA Little Wing. That's where he was. I knew him from AKA. Little Wing right there in the 21 car doing that pass, as I realize in the back of my brain where I know that driver from. And now he's got some competition with the 20 trying to catch it up on the inside.
Atlanta, you see the 20 using that inside line, a line that is not so abrasive to the tires, but it is the slower line on the racetrack. With these corners at Kansas having progressive banking, it is multi-groove, but certainly all the speed's on the high side. But when it comes to these laps, the crunch time where these drivers need to maintain fresh rubber as long as possible, expect drivers to use the middle.
Man, look at 11 right now. He is shredding it. It looks like we have a little bit of contact on that back straightaway. It looks like those drivers are able to retain that position as the 11 is headed down into pits.
Yeah, 41 got crazy loose coming off turn 2 there. He almost spun it around, but he got it back under control and is still back in 3rd place. 4th, what is that? Oh my God, I can't think.
Caution's going to be out on the racetrack. The 3 car comes down through that front stretch infield. The 11's in. The 6 is in. The 4 is in. Right before the yellow flag comes out, Dave JB in the 47 now dives down pit road. The 18 of Rowdy Raptor. You see him come up on the racetrack right in front of the path of the number 1 Camaro. I don't know if that's bad blood or Rowdy just wasn't looking at his mirrors, Atlanta, but certainly a dangerous moment for the 18 and the 1.
Well, I will tell you right now, that's not the first time tonight that I've seen the 18 car get into a wreck and then pull up in front of somebody right when they were coming up to the track. So I don't know if that's an intimidation move that he is trying to make right there in the 18 car, or if he is just trying to possibly wreck another driver. I'm not too sure.
Both these cars drive for Wolfpack Racing, so I don't know if it's an internal struggle in Wolfpack Racing. I'll give the 18 the benefit of the doubt and chalk it up to not paying attention to his mirrors, but 18 must do better. This caution's certainly a time for Wolfpack Racing to have a bit of a team meeting and say, hey, get your heads together. We're in the lead, but not by much. This is still anybody's race, and it is a single elimination tournament. A reminder to everybody watching, it's win or go home. It's what makes it the ultimate racing tournament.
Well, the pace car is going to be on the track. Let's go take a look real quick at that. It's going to be Evil, I believe, doing that service for us tonight. Yep, Evil within. As we take a look back and the cars are getting stacked up, we are winding things down here for round 1, race 4 of the Fast Family League Showdown series here at Kansas.
"20 laps now left in this one. Joker, this could be a fuel mileage race with some of these drivers pitting with just a mere 20 laps to go, right around the limit of the fuel tank. What are some of the fuel-saving strategies these drivers can employ? And you see, Joker, you look at the one pushing the 21. 21 must have run out of gas down the backstretch, and we were just talking about the fuel race right now. That's Top Wage pushing his Wolfpack teammate, Little Wing, around turns 3 and 4.
Yeah, this has definitely got to be the last pit stop, I would think. To kind of save fuel, it's kind of hard on a track where there's a lot of speed and you're in the throttle a lot. Really the main way to really save any gas is just to delay the time you get back on the throttle. You can back up your corner, let out the throttle, going in the corner, let off sooner, and get on the gas a little bit later than you usually would to try to, stay out of that throttle as much as possible in those corners to kind of save a little bit of fuel each lap.
Well, they are going to take another lap around the track here. Not too sure when they're going to get going, but like I said, that's the great thing about a pace car. You just watch when he falls into the pits and you're good to go. And there goes the 11 around.
Pit road will be open this time for all lap down cars, Atlanta. It was 19 to go as the pace car crossed the line, so we should be restarting with just about 17 laps to go. And a fuel mileage race might just be out of the question with drivers being safe by 2 or 3 laps, and I don't think we're done with cautions.
Yeah, I definitely don't think we're done with cautions, especially as much aggression as we have seen here tonight at Kansas Speedway. We're definitely going to see these guys get a lot more antsy as the laps wind down, and we will see what they have in store as we should be going green here momentarily.
Must have been a lot of cars, Atlanta,
I was thinking.
to run out of fuel. I wonder if they're getting disconnected by actually hitting 0. I believe that does end your race if you run out of fuel before getting to pit lane. Not 100% sure on that because I've never done that as a driver, but I'm just saying I think that does end you, like blowing your engine or something.
Yeah. Well, pace car still on the track. Everybody's going to re-stack behind him, take a lap around the track. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in once again. You guys are definitely what makes this stream worth doing. Us up here in the booth, thank all of y'all. Cool to see friends, new and old, popping in and saying how's it going. So it's been a great night tonight here at Kansas.
A big shout out to Stroker Ace giving us love in the comments. Also a big shout out to Jay Haskell 38 who's doing a top drawer job of moderating in the chat. 2 of the most important pieces of this Fast Family League Showdown as they cross the line with 17. what will be 16 laps to go. Atlanta, we can't say enough about the fans. We also can't say enough about the moderating staff that help us run this in what has been at least one race every single day.
Yeah, everybody behind the scenes in this whole community is what puts these shows on, between the drivers, the league owners, Slide Job and Ford Tough, us broadcasters, the fan. I mean, that's the whole show right there. So everybody coming together is what this is all about, and it's really cool to see it all happening, because you never know when you're bringing up ideas like this if it's actually going to come into fruition or not.
A little bit of a jumble as we try to go back to green here, try to set the order. The 6 and the 1 having a little bit of contact, and it looks like the 8 and the 1 could be trying to get back in line here. 16 to go as they cross the line. We should be getting the green flag with 15 laps remaining.
Yep, that you talk about adrenaline pumping and getting ready to win this race. These guys are going to be ready to get that pedal to the metal and get around Kansas Speedway just a few more times here tonight for this Fast Family League Showdown race. These races will be happening throughout the next couple of weeks, so if you want to watch these races, make sure to follow all the streamers and broadcasters, and you will catch that next race coming to your Twitch stream or YouTube stream, whatever it may be.
Atlanta, Rick, I think we got another car that is out of fuel, the 47. Can't find out who that is. Might be out of gas. Steel.
KJB in the 47, who's driving for Checkered Chasers, very slow down turn 2. He is out of fuel, and you hear the engine note just getting lower and lower. We're trying to see if he's going to make it around, and this is only going to delay the restart further. As we look at the top 4 Atlanta, you see it's a front row lockout from Wolfpack Racing. 3 of the top 4 with Wolfpack Racing. The 20 of WPRL leading, the 12 of Soggy Ravioli to his outside in second place. Restarting third is going to be the 41 car. That is Mountain Hippie for Checkered Chasers. The 43 to his outside is way too fast for Wolfpack Racing. Restarting in 5th place. The 21 of Little Wing for Wolfpack Racing. The 3 of Xcade in 6th place for Wolfpack Racing. In position number 7, it's the 88 of Eat My Meats for Wolfpack Racing. Restarting in 8th place is going to be the 6th of Worm Rider. 9th place, just ahead of the 10 car. It looks like it's going to belong to the number 4 of the HD Money. And as we mentioned, the 10 car of Slayer restarting in position number 10. Atlanta, if I was Wolfpack Racing, I would be excited for this restart.
Yeah, I definitely would too, but if I, was on the other hand of the CCCL, I would be thinking I need to get my teammates together and get these cars rolling. Doing a great job so far here tonight, but make these last laps count for sure.
Looks like we're not going green this time. Double zeros. Like he's getting a lucky dog, maybe. Not 100% sure on that. Yes, he is getting a lucky dog.
Stubby, greatly appreciate you following, man. About 25 laps away, or 25 laps, I'm sorry, 25 followers away from that diecast. Pace car on the track right now. Beautiful scene behind him as the cars are stacking up. Got a car doing a lucky dog, so he's going around the track right now as we cross the start-finish line. We are in the teens now of this race here at Kansas with the final stage underway. Who will take the lead? Wonder Bread, greatly appreciate that follow.
14 laps to go as they cross the line, Atlanta. It should be 13 to go if they take the green this time by. So lucky number 13 laps left. Expect fireworks on the track in this elimination race. One more lap of caution, Atlanta, as race control tries to sort out the order. The 47 of Gabe JB and the 18 of Rowdy Raptor both ran out of fuel as the caution came out, or under caution. Either or, they will remain one lap down as the race gets going again. So they're going to cross the line with 13 laps to go, and if we take the green next time by, it will be a dozen laps left to see who moves on to round 2 in the showdown.
Yep, I think it actually might be 12 laps to go as they cross that start-finish line. Well, the 12 and the 20 going to be your top two drivers, with the 43 and the 41 trailing just behind. Trying to get that pit speed underway as we are closing in here on the final stage. Kansas Speedway. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. This has been an awesome night and an awesome stream. Couldn't have been here without Mr. Slide Job and Ford Tough, so greatly appreciate them as always.
Confirmation from race control, Atlanta. We're going green this time by. Joker, half a lap to green. It's time to get up on the wheel. We're going to be looking at just over 10 laps to go when we restart.
Yeah, Rick, this is time to put up or shut up. You're going to drive your car as hard as you've driven all night in these last 10 laps. You're fighting for every inch you can against the car in front of you, behind you, beside you. You're going to be 100% on the gas, not giving anything, trying to take all the points and try to get this to your team to advance to the next round.
Atlanta, expect the aggression to go off the charts as they come down to the green flag. It's Wolfpack's race to lose.
Yep, pace car is down, and 20 of WPRL is going to take things away as we go green here for the final stage at Kansas Speedway. WPRL fan with an early lead. 20 car has got the 12 and the 3 trailing just behind on the outside. 3 wide as we come out of turn 2. These guys eating away at that track, trying to get that track position fast on the back straightaway. We are having a great race so far. The 12 just getting that draft and trying to maintain position. He's got the 41 with the big bump behind. In the 43, a driver we saw make mistakes earlier, but he is now back at the 4th place position, trying to make his way up possibly past the 20 car.
12, 41, 43, 3 wide for second place through the first and second corner. 41 of Mountain Hip, he's going to brush the wall, but he's going to get a fast run in the Haas Mustang out of 2. 20, 12, 43 into the third corner. Camry, Mustang, Camaro. The 41 of Mountain Hippie in 4th. The 3 car of Xcade in 5th. Many of these drivers driving for Wolfpack Racing. They're maintaining the top 5. 10 laps to go.
Oh, look at him. 8 and I think it was 8 and 1. Take it easy there. There was almost a wreck there.
So it looks like a little
Warning
contact
from race
between the 8
control.
and 1 car. Yep. Just making sure those
Alright,
drivers
I'm
are
watching the
racing
41.
clean.
Ooh. Take it easy, 11.
Yep.
Contact there.
Commissioner Slide Job in the broadcast here giving instructions to the teams. At the top of this one, at the front, the number 12 has taken the lead for the first time tonight. Soggy Ravioli leading the race for Wolfpack. The 43 of Way Too Fast in second place for Wolfpack, rounding out the top 3. For Wolfpack in the DeWalt Camry is WPRL. 9 to go this time by. 3 wide for 10th place. Atlanta Wolfpack is pulling away.
Yeah, Wolfpack dominating so far in this final stage. Very, very close up here at the front with the 43 and the 12. We're seeing this
Thank
driver
you.
of the 43
yeah, everyone,
really get his
it's
way
getting
back
towards
into
the end of the
Kansas
race. I
after
get
that
everyone is
altercation.
getting
Jay
very
Haskell,
competitive,
unfortunately,
so
do not have an update on that Chicago race. I tried to get one for you, but
everyone
it was
is
unavailable.
racing really hard right now.
Atlanta, it looks like the number
Sorry about that.
19 was
Sorry about
around
that.
on the front stretch there, like he got contact and he spun out.
Yeah, let's go take a look real quick at that 18 car. Let me get to him really quick. We're looking at that 18 of Rowdy Raptor. Yeah, Oh man, some big contact right there as soon as you say it, with Rowdy Raptor cutting grass as he crosses the start-finish line. That is not the profession he wanted to have today, but it definitely gives those race directors a free grass cut, you know? Who doesn't want a free cut grass cut?
6.5 laps to go, and the only thing that's looking to be cut here is going to be the lap times from Wolfpack Racing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions by Wolfpack Racing. Mountain Hippie in 6th in the 41 Haas. If there's anybody that can stop them, it has to be Mountain Hippie. And the top 5 now for Wolfpack Racing, getting to an even larger lead, Atlanta. 5.5 laps to go.
Yep, with only 5.5 lap. I can't even say that. It's a tongue twister. 5.5 laps to go. Man, we have seen some stuff from that 43 car getting up there, but he has got the 20 trailing just behind. Another strong contender here at Kansas Speedway. It's going to be a very, very close call, I feel like, between the 43 and the 20. Possibly the 12 as well, as he is catching that draft as we head into turn 1. Only 5 laps to go here at this race. The final stage of race 4, round 1 of the Fast Family League Showdown Series. This has been one of the funnest races I have ever called.
Joker, as they're rounding turn 3 and turn 4, you see the 43 2012 Camaro Camry Mustang nose to tail. Now 4 to go as they cross the line. This is your teammate leading the race, but surely, Joker, you have to be looking for a move to get into first.
I don't know. As my teammate, yeah, you want to win. Every driver wants that trophy, that, you know. But you gotta get the big trophy in mind. You don't want to cause, fight your teammate too hard for the win and cause an accident. I mean, the first 5, 6 cars are on the same team. You could cause an accident. If I was the 20 or the 12, unless something really happened to the 43 car, I would just sit where I am in the catbird seat and just, run the race out, and hopefully it stays under green.
What was an amazing lead for Wolfpack Racing is now being whittled down. Xcade with heavy contact out of the 4th corner. He's given up 2 positions to 3CL. Xcade trying to make his way back up to the front, but only time will tell once the points have been tabulated. Coming around, the 43 of Way Too Fast in the Sunoco Camaro picks up the line and the mark with 2 laps to go in this one.
Man, I am so proud of that 43 car from coming back from that, altercation right there on pit road to leading this race now. That is something else. That is the kind of driving I like to see. He doesn't give up. He doesn't, take no for an answer. And that has gotten him into that first place position as he's big contact right there into the wall. And that might, he's going to have to do some blocking now to the 20 car, and the 20 car is now trying to get around with contact right there as well. 43 pulling out into turn 1, and I believe this is the final lap, right, Rick James?
3 wide for the lead. Last lap coming out of the 2nd corner. Contact between the teammates, the 43 and the 20, hitting each other side by side into one. Atlanta, it's going to be a dogfight for the win. 20 making his move on the outside, 43 steady on the inside.
Well, I'm going to get an overhead view. 43 crossing that start-finish line. He is going to be your winner here. Way Too Fast for you with the 20 right behind. What a fantastic finish here at Kansas Speedway for round 1, race 4, the Fast Family League Showdown. I know I've said that a lot, but you got to know this is that 4th race. And what a fantastic job for both leagues tonight, the CCCL and Wolfpack Racing. But Wolfpack Racing dominating that final stage here tonight, Rick James, and I'm never going to get it right. Rick James and GRM Joker.
In that top 5, you have the 20 of WPRL Fan, who sits in 2nd place behind his teammate, the 43 of Way Too Fast. In 3rd place, coming home for Jack Link's Beef Jerky Asagi Ravioli in the 12. 4th place for Tweeter, the first Checkered Chasers driver. Little Wing in the 21, coming home 5th for Wolfpack Racing. 6th is Mountain Hippie for Checkered Chasers. 7th, Xcade for Wolfpack. 8, Slayer for Checkered Chasers. 9, Eat My Meats for Wolfpack Racing. Rounding out the top 10, VHD Money, the number 4, the leader for Checkered Chasers Cup League. Stick around. We have points, tabulations, driver interviews, and the race winner in just a couple of moments. What a finish.
Yeah, fantastic finish here tonight. Can't say more about how much I love this race. And like Joker said, my counterpart as well as GRM Joker up here in the booth, greatly appreciate you guys being here. But we're going to have some interviews coming up with the race results as well as point standings and everything you would like to know about this Fast Family League Showdown series. We got it here in just a few moments. Give us a second to collect these drivers, and we will be back momentarily. All right, going to back out right there and get you a little something to look at. There are the drivers for tonight, so you can go ahead and see who you were rooting for and where they were in tonight's league race. Opening round, race 4. We'll have your results here in a second as we are getting these guys into the party right now.
Now joined by Way Too Fast for You in the number 43. It was an exciting race all the way to the finish of this one. You come home in first place. What a drive and what a run for Wolfpack Racing.
Yes, sir. Listen, we've put in a lot of work. I've run with a great group of guys. We all push each other to the limits, and I thought I was out of it when I went a lap down, but we stayed in there, and that's what we do. We do. We race.
Whew. Atlanta, you take a look at that leaderboard, you see WPRL coming home with the fastest lap of the race. BHD Money for Checkered Chasers coming home in second. A lot of talent all over the track.
Yeah, definitely a lot of talent. And, Wolfpack, you guys definitely showed you put the time and effort in tonight's race and practice and got your guys ready for that show. So we greatly appreciate you guys as well as CCCL for being here tonight. Both of y'all having a fantastic race at Kansas Speedway. And as we get some more guys in here, you got Mr. Slide Job in here.
I am here.
All right. Well, let us know whenever you have those points updated, sir.
I will
All
get to
right.
work on those while you were conducting those interviews. Yes,
sir. Well, yeah, Way Too Fast for You. Great job tonight. Your car was super fast and, fantastic job from all those Wolfpack Racing League champions.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Yep.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
Well, Rick James, what else you got for us here in this post-race interview?
Joined by a couple of the guys from Checkered Chasers. You see Mountain Hippie and BHD in the party as well. Mountain Hippie, you came home with the 4th fastest lap of the race. Your teammate BHD coming home with the 2nd fastest lap of the race. A valiant effort by a lot of the drivers out there. What was one of the hardest parts of tonight's race?
Avoiding the other team.
I feel
a lot of contact for sure.
What's that?
There was a lot of contact out there for sure. But you managed
definitely
to turn
towards the last of it. Got a little rough.
Managed to turn a lot of quick laps. BHD Money, if you're with us, give us a little bit of perspective on those closing laps there. It was a bit difficult trying to keep that car under control with worn tires.
Yeah, everybody's racing a lot more aggressive after that last caution, so it's definitely hard to get up front. Just couldn't quite get it up to the front. I know if we would have been up there, we would have definitely pulled away from the field.
Yeah.
Slayer in the number 10 Smithfield Mustang, who had a great start to this race, staying in the top 5 for most of stage 1, most of stage 2. You came home with the 3rd fastest lap, but we saw that you had a lot of contact with that outside wall in stage 3. How did you claw that back?
Well, I just got lucky. Just kept on, couldn't keep it out of the wall.
Certainly a lot of fun to watch, and we're just taking a moment right now for Mr. Slide Job to tabulate the points, and we'll have the commissioner for the Fast Family League Showdown shortly with that announcement.
Yeah, fantastic job once again to both leagues tonight. It was a super fun race to commentate, so I know it was a pretty fun race for you guys down there on the track. Rick James in the booth with me, as well as GRM Joker. So thank you guys for joining me and letting me be in the booth with you guys as well. And make sure you guys follow I am Rick James 36 and GRM Joker for streams that will be happening later in the future for this Fast Family Racing Showdown series. And we're just waiting right now for word from Mr. Slide Job, as Rick James said, for those points standings.
And if you have a moment while I'm finishing up, why don't you guys tell everyone about tomorrow?
Tomorrow night, Monday night, July 27. A league that I'm very familiar with, a lot of the guys that I have run with personally, and some very quick drivers. The Thursday night Thunder Series goes up against White Lightning Racing at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I will be in that booth. Mr. Slidejob, you'll be with us as well. And Tuesday, July 28th, the Rowdy Energy Cup Series up against the Online Motorsports Association. That's Tuesday from the Kentucky Motor Speedway, 9 p.m. Word Burton, myself, I'm Rick James 36, and Rowdy Trucks going to be in the booth again on Tuesday. Race number 8 in the first round of the Fast Family League Showdown. The Palmetto Racing League goes up against the Hatch Racing League from the 1.5 mile D-shaped oval in Hampton, Georgia. GRM Joker, you're going to be in the booth that night with Slide Job as well for race number 8. So once again, tomorrow night, Monday, 9 p.m., White Lightning against Thursday Night from Atlanta. Tuesday at 9 p.m., Rowdy Energy against OMA. And 9 p.m. from Atlanta that same Tuesday, Palmetto against Hatch Racing. Atlanta, I can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for Atlanta either. I'm just kidding. I just love Atlanta. It's my favorite track. It's where I am, so it's easy.
WPRL.
It is going to be close. Continue, sorry.
No, that's okay. WPRL, you're the owner of the Wolfpack Racing League. Really, it was a great show by a lot of your drivers towards the end of that stage. And even though Stage 3 looked to be a domination by Wolfpack, towards the end, it looked like Checkered Chasers were starting to give you guys a little bit of issues.
You know, I think my guys every night we put the hard work in every night. Sometimes we stay up 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I get these guys working their butts off. You know, can't thank them anymore with me working third shift overnights. I kind of stay on them. I work these guys hard and hard. I mean, from last year's group to this year's group, I believe we put a lot more work in this year. I can't thank my guys anymore. Our cars were very dominant tonight. There was a few issues, but we'll leave that on the track. But yeah, I'm proud of these guys. I just can't thank them anymore, and hopefully, you know, we move on and keep positive thoughts for both sides. They raced pretty good too. You know, I had no issues with the majority of them. I wish the best for everybody. We thank you guys so much for putting this show on for all of us, taking the time out of your guys' day and not work extra hard putting this showdown on. We can't thank you guys anymore. I've always contacted Ford Tough, Slide Job. Thank them every day for all the hard work you guys do, and we'll see what the results are, and we can go from there.
Well,
Indeed, we're eagerly awaiting.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Atlanta, my mistake.
No, you're all good, man. I was just gonna say that we're just, exactly what you said. Eagerly waiting for those race results, and we'll have those for you here momentarily.
All right, I've got them for you. So obviously, like all results that we have, you know, they are unofficial until any clips that are submitted are looked at. So these are unofficial. You know, obviously official results are posted in the Discord, but for the moment, unofficially, well, we'll start with one. So We're going to start with WPRL in the 3 stages. Well, yeah, in the first stage, they had lost it by 1 point, and then they gained it back by a few points in the second stage. They come home with a grand total of 345 points. So that's very good. Now, moving on to Checkered Chasers. They won that first stage by 1 point. They lost it a little bit in the second stage, and they're going to come home with a grand total of 299. So by a deficit of 46 points. Just 46. We saw 3 matches over 200 points differential. This time, 46 points was the deficit. So unofficially, Wolfpack Racing League will be moving on to the round of road courses. So
a big congratulations. A big congratulations indeed to Wolfpack Racing moving on to that second round. Atlanta up through that stage, even up through the checkered flag. I genuinely believe they could be anybody's race.
Yeah, I definitely did too. You know, both teams doing a great job here tonight, so we greatly appreciate them giving their time and their efforts for this great race. And like Slide Job said, 40-point deficit or whatever, that's what I'm talking about. You don't want to see blowouts, so 46 points. So not too shabby.
Good. So just final words tonight. First thing I have is just I want to congratulate these guys on such a well done race. That was the most competitive we've had in this tournament so far. They did excellent. They were following all of the rules. I think I handed out only 1 or 2 penalties tonight. They were fantastic qualifying, fantastic in the race. They put on a show for you guys. I want to congratulate both of them. And then we'll do a last words with the owner. So we're going to talk to the WPRL fan first. So Mr. WPRL fan, how do you feel about moving on to the next round, and what are you looking forward to most in the round of road courses?
Whew, I was shaking a little bit because those points were absolutely close. Yes, we had a rough stage. We're looking forward to the road course, and we appreciate racing with Checkered Chaser Racing League. You guys have the momentum. You guys fight hard every day, from what I hear. I wish you guys the best of luck. You guys can do it. Never give up. Always fight. Like I tell my guys, you're going to be in tough situations, tough issues. You guys have the momentum and the potential out there. And looking forward to the road course, to our next opponents. We'll be looking forward to meet you guys there and hopefully put on a good show again.
Absolutely.
But overall, I'm excited. Yeah. I felt like I won a Pro League race.
Well, you definitely won a huge race on a huge stage. So congrats, and we look forward to seeing you moving on. All right,
yes, sir.
Now we're going to talk to BHD Money. Man, you guys put up a hell of a fight. You fought all race long. You even won the first stage. Your guys were on rails all night long. You just came up so short tonight, but you are absolutely fantastic. So what are your final words? What would you like to say to all the fans at home? And we'll start with that.
Can't say that the whole team's I'm not disappointed with the outcome. I know each and every one of my guys fought hard. Some tempers were getting up there, but that's just what it is when you're racing. So I'm proud of my guys. Hopefully we can carry the momentum into the rest of this year when we go into season 2 of the Checkered Chasers League. And hopefully you'll be back next year.
Absolutely. We would absolutely love to have you back next year. And the last thing on my list is you guys really earned a ton of respect from all of our fans and a lot of people out there. So, I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people out there that want to join your league after seeing what the performance you put on tonight. So tell us, how can they find you on social media, and how can they become a part of this great organization?
We just have a simple Facebook page called Checkered Chasers Cup League. You can either try to join it directly, or you can contact me, Devin Monahan on Facebook, or Tanner Van Every on Facebook. We are the two owners / admin. We are looking to have a small, we might be looking into having a small development league to help some up and coming drivers. We're a very new league. I was very green at the start of this year, so I'd like to try to also help out the fairly new drivers that are coming into the game and hopefully build its popularity.
Absolutely. Well, you definitely did that. You definitely put on a show, and a lot of people are going to know your names now. So congratulations on that. We wish you could continue in the competition, but you did so with excellence. So thank you very much, and we will see you next season.
Thank you.
Yep,
All right, Atlanta and the boys,
Yep.
take it away.
Yep, some final words right there from Mr. Sly Job as we are headed into some more racing here in the next few days. So make sure you catch up on Twitch and on Twitter, and make sure you know where that next race is occurring on both platforms. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I am Rick James and GRM Joker doing a great job up here in the booth with me as always. And we hope to see you guys here in the next few days.
Absolutely, and
Thanks a
thank
lot,
those
commentators.
Go and follow these guys on Twitch and their social media. They did a fantastic job yet again. Thank you guys. For doing everything
Anytime,
you do.
Sly Job.
Yeah,
Guys,
buddy.
I really appreciate it.
Atlanta,
Thanks for your
Great
time,
job.
commentators.
We thank
My
you
pleasure.
guys very much.
Y'all were probably the best broadcasters I've ever watched
Yeah.
or heard, and it was an honor being a part of y'all's broadcast tonight. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for racing. We greatly appreciate
You,
it.
yes,
Many thanks.
My guys said the same thing. You guys put a hell of a broadcast team together. You guys did very good. You know, I'm gonna get you them follows over and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can follow me on Atlanta Racing on Twitch. I am Rick James 36 on Twitch, and I believe it is GRM Joker. His stream is going to be Sleeper Joker 93 on Twitch, so go give him a follow as well. Well, we greatly appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight for this race, and we will see you guys in the next few days. Have a good night.